meal. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Are you passionate about healthcare? South College offers a Bachelor of Science or an Associate of Science in Nursing program that could be your path to making a real difference. And after completing your program, you'll be eligible to take the NCLEX RN exam. South College offers modern nursing labs, simulation labs with viewing rooms, computer labs, student center study areas, and more. Visit south.edu today to learn more about South College's Atlanta or Marietta campus. South College, where dreams find direction.
Want to make Mom the top banana at Truist Park next Sunday? A 4-pack of front row tickets could be yours. Enter now to win the baseball experience of a lifetime at 680thefan.com.
Braves country is Bronco country. You're listening to the Ford Leadoff Show, brought to you by your local Ford dealer and the legendary on- and off-road ready Bronco and Bronco Sport. Learn more at Ford.com.
Wrapping things up here in the Truist Studios in the Battery, Atlanta. Barrett Salee and Chris Domino with you. 8:10 first pitch from Coors Field. Ben Ingram and Nick Green will be on the call. Reminder, you can cash in on the baseball action with PrizePicks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download PrizePicks and use code BRAVES and get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5. Must be present in certain states. Visit PrizePicks.com for restrictions and details. I hit the one yesterday. Matt Olson, I predicted a home run. Guess what Matt Olson did? He hit a home run.
That's a good play.
That was the first one of PrizePicks home run plays that I've hit all year. I'm going to go back to the well with Matt Olson, but he's going to get more than 1.5 total bases. Maybe it's a home run. It'd be great if it's a home run.
It seems pretty dumb if you don't actually jump on Michael Harris right now.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Dumb.
No, because it just feels like, talk about riding a hand and roll the money over. This is let it ride. This is just, okay, I won that hand. I'm just going to let it ride. It's blackjack. It's like being at a roulette table and just say, I'm just going to let this ride because it seems like Michael Harris has got the best of everybody right now. And as opposed to 1 at-bat last night, there's a chance he's going to have 4. If things go really well, it could be 5 at-bats. So him doing a little damage in 4 or 5 at-bats seems like it should be a little bit easy. I think the play, if you really want to get a little freaky deaky, is do you believe that Austin Riley is going to come back and do anything after last night? The sacrifice fly, we talked about the double he hit the other way as opposed to the 3 home runs. The double's the one. And it didn't really turn out to be the thing that really lit his fuse and tripped the trigger, where it was a really good week for him. Is the sacrifice fly now the new double? Because you can look at hits and you go, okay, that's really good. But at one point, what did he not do against Detroit? They were terrible 2 games with runners in scoring position. He did not help the cause at all. Do you think the sacrifice fly is actually one of the moments that maybe gets him going a little bit because it's about contact? We'll see. Yeah. I think Austin Riley is sort of the side play along with Michael Harris.
I like that. I also have Chris Sale more than a half of walk. That's easy. And then Brenton Doyle less than 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Brenton Doyle batting .224 on the season, 1 home run, only 3 RBI. He's batting second. He's more of a stolen base guy with 7 stolen bases. So I think that's the play for me. Brenton Doyle less than 1.5 RBI. If I'm picking a Rockies player to go in on, I think that's the one.
There's nothing on PrizePicks that says how many guys will actually end up in the box score. But if there was, boy, if you played a lot of overs with the Atlanta Braves this year, you would have been doing just fine. This really does feel like, I said it earlier, it feels like they play with more than 26. I'm assuming they don't, because I think that would be like really bad and illegal. I don't think they're sneaking anybody into the dugout. I don't think.
Are we sure though?
I don't think anybody's wearing the wrong number or the wrong uniform. But and remember, Molina got called up. Is Carrasco available tonight? I don't know. Is Didier Fuentes available tonight? I would guess no. I think Suarez is. I think Suarez in a 1 or 2 run game. The possibility we see him last night after 17 pitches does play.
Yeah, I think you have to let Robert Suarez, he's a closer. I mean, obviously he's an 8th inning guy here, but he's one of the best closers in baseball. If you can't go back to back after pitching 17 innings or 17 pitches one night, then, that would be surprising. And Raisel Iglesias, incidentally, comes off the IL, I think it's Tuesday. Yeah. And all indications are that he's going to come back and be ready to go.
And Sean Murphy's a Seattle bring up.
Sean Murphy's playing today in Charlotte. Like I said, he's 1 for 2. I believe this is the last day, so he would be in Seattle. But it's either today or tomorrow where they have to make a decision with Sean Murphy. So, I think, Walt's already said that Sean's going to probably rejoin the team in Seattle. So things are changing quite a bit. You mentioned the big box scores where you have a lot more names to put in there.
DH, pinch runners, DH is going to catcher.
Can you have an EH like in Little League, an extra hitter?
Yeah, no, that's not a thing.
That's not a thing? Well, it should be a thing. It's not a thing, but it should be a thing. But
it took more than 30 years to actually make the DH universal in both leagues. Let's not press our luck.
We're not going to run 10 guys out there. If we have more than 26 guys on the roster, might as well let 10 or 11 or 12 guys hit. Pad some stats. All right. For all of us here at the Braves Radio Network, including Lucas Kochevar and Joe Virgin behind the glass, he's Chris Domino. I'm Barrett Salee. Braves, Rockies, Game 2, right now.
1966. Two legends rolled onto the scene. The Atlanta Braves and the Ford Bronco SUV. Same relentless drive. Same legendary grit.
This is Michael Harris II. Go deep on your next adventure with the power and off-road capability of a Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV. For great offers, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
Bronco and Bronco Sport are trademarks of Ford or its affiliates. All rights reserved.
When it comes to shipping, Saia Freight and Logistics delivers a grand slam. As the exclusive freight and logistics partner of the Atlanta Braves, Saia provides comprehensive nationwide service focused on customer satisfaction. For over a century, Saia has delivered the smart solutions and reliable shipping businesses both big and small depend on. When service is everything, it's a yes. Step up to the plate with Saia. Visit Saia.com. That's SAIA.com.
Racetrack knows ATL moves fast. You can feel it, especially on Braves game days. So make a stop that counts. All beef hot dogs, Swirl World frozen yogurt with endless toppings, a freeze blast to cool off. All your faves whenever you need them. The Braves bring the energy. Racetrack keeps it going. Racetrack, proud hometown partner of the Atlanta Braves. Braves Country Fest, presented by Truist, is June 13th, featuring Cody Johnson, Ella Langley, and more. Get tickets at Braves.com/BCF.
Strike three. Good calls. They're great in baseball games, and they're even better when you need a law firm. If you've been in an auto accident and need legal representation, do yourself a favor and get the best call there is. I'm attorney Ken Nugent. My team will fight for you and stick with you from start to finish, working hard to get your money quick. Give our team a call. 404-CALL-KEN. One call, that's all. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
NFS Fusion PC Attorneys at Law, 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
This spring and summer, the world's biggest names in soccer are coming to downtown Atlanta. Stay where the city gathers at Omni Atlanta Hotel at Centennial Park, just steps away from Mercedes-Benz Stadium and State Farm Arena. Skip the traffic when you stay with easy access to dining, entertainment, and the energy of Centennial Park District. Book now and take advantage of special seasonal offers now before it's too late. Plan your spring and summer staycation at omnihotels.com/Atlanta.
Hey Braves fans, spring and warm weather are officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow Exterminators protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Atlanta Braves, so you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now. This is Braves country, where history lives and legends rise. And now, the next chapter begins.
Acuna swings, gets into it, deep center, to the wall, streaking out of here. Two-run home run, Ronald Acuna, first pitch.
Atlanta, the Braves are back, and it's time to make some noise.
Swung on, high drive, deep right field, headed for the chop house. Gone! How about another grand slam home run for the Braves?
Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is brought to you by the original Louisiana hot sauce. Buy you some. Your local Ford dealers, proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. The Home Depot, how doers get more done. Hyundai, proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. John Foy and Associates Personal Injury Law. Get the strong arm. Arrow Exterminators. Make the right call and protect your home or business from pests by calling 888-GO-ARROW. Peachtree Orthopedics. Same day, evenings and Saturdays. It's time to get better. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of the Atlanta Braves. Yanmar Tractors and Engines, an official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Your Atlanta area Lexus dealer. Experience amazing. TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Attorney Ken Nugent. One call, that's all. Xfinity. Score the most reliable internet at one price for 5 years guaranteed. Xfinity. Imagine that. Pennington Grass Seed. Official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. ServPro. When disaster strikes, call ServPro to make it like it never even happened. Saya LTL Freight. The official freight and logistics partner of the Atlanta Braves. Corona Extra. La Playa awaits. Georgia Power. The official electric energy partner of the Atlanta Braves. IBEW Local 613. Truist Park keeps the lights on with IBEW 613 electricians. The Battery Atlanta's own ASW Distillery, home of the award-winning Fiddler Bourbon. Tonight, the National League showdowns continue on the road as Matt Olson and the Braves get another matchup with the Colorado Rockies. This is Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network, led by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome into Atlanta Braves baseball. Tonight from Coors Field in Denver, Colorado, it's Game 2 in a series of 3 between the Braves and the Rockies. On the mound for the Braves, left-hander Chris Sale. He'll be opposed by left-handed opener Brennan Bernardino. Great to have you with us alongside Nick Green and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. And Nick, this team here for the first month, 5-6 weeks of the season, you might say, they've developed a few different identities. One of them is their ability to come back into games. At 23-10, the Braves have the most wins in baseball, and more than half of those have been comeback victories, and another one last night.
It's kind of wild, too, and you think about these teams that win ball games, you have to be able to come back in games. The Braves have been able to do that at a pretty high level. They've been able to put crooked numbers up consistently. I think that's important. The one thing I will say is the fact that this Braves team has had to come back so much because they've been down so many times early in the games. They've got to start limiting the opposing teams scoring in the first couple of innings. We saw 5 runs in the first. Yesterday, 1 more in the second. You don't want to live like that, but the Braves offense certainly can come back.
You think a team that has the best record in baseball wouldn't be giving up so many first-inning runs, but they've given up a ton. Hopefully that doesn't happen tonight. This pitching matchup is an interesting one. We mentioned that Brennan Bernardino gets the start as an opener for the Rockies, but Chase Dollander will come in after that. And when you look at Dollander and Chris Sale, I mean, these two guys last year were 5th and 6th in the National League in ERA. Obviously, Sale, one of the best arms of the last 15 years of the big leagues. Dollander, a pretty good arm himself.
Yeah, he's got a really good arm, man. We knew that coming out of Tennessee, 9th overall pick in 2023. It's just a matter of kind of honing his stuff and his command. The fastball velocity is really good. He's changed his pitch mix a little bit this year, too, so that's going to be interesting to see. The Braves saw him a couple of times last year, but it's going to be a completely different pitcher as far as the pitch mix is concerned in this one today. But he's been fantastic in his 7 games. Only 1 start the last time out was really, really good. So we'll see what he does. As far as Chris Sale, I love it. Every time he goes out and pitches, you know what you're going to get with him, and it's pretty much a good performance every time out.
I love what Walt said about the lineup he's constructed, as they'll be using an opener and then Dollander after that, and Walt said, we got a meat grinder ready for him tonight with this lineup. Hopefully that's the case and early on. Well, right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
When Nick and I come back, I'll introduce you to starting lineups, and after that, we'll get to the first pitch. Braves and Rockies right here on the Braves Radio Network.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Ben Ingram here. Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. That's why at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, only the best vehicles are in a place on their front line. Each one is carefully selected and inspected. Quality isn't negotiable. One property, two trusted brands, over 700 pre-owned vehicles. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car. They have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision. And now for the ball game.
Brought to you by Steel. Powering the future with professional grade battery tools built for the real world. Steel.
Nothing is quite as American as supporting the home team. At Quikrete, it's what we've been doing for over 80 years, making products that give homeowners and contractors the confidence to quickly and easily knock out their to-do list. So, whether you need a set a fence post, make a repair, or replace your patio, you can count on the yellow bag of Quikrete concrete mix to help you get the job done right. Pick up the Quikrete yellow bag at your favorite home improvement center. Quikrete, it's what America's made of.
Braves fans, when you listen to the game, you know there's more happening than what shows up in the box score. The same is true after a truck crash. These cases aren't like car accidents. Different rules, different playbook. I'm attorney John Foy, the strong arm. I know how trucking companies move fast to protect themselves and what they hope you never find out. If you've been hit by a big truck, you need someone who's ready to step up and swing for the fences. Make the right call. Attorney John Foy & Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
I remember the hard road that led to this moment.
And the MLB Comeback Player of the Year is Atlanta Braves pitcher Johnny Venters.
Every day I work towards a better future for my family, my teammates, and my community. Having a setback in life can be devastating, but each challenge is a setup for your strongest comeback.
Braves win!
That's why I trust Globe Life. For over 125 years, they have been helping families protect their financial future. Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
This is Kelly Crawl reminding you to join me in the locker room every Wednesday and Thursday morning from 6 to 10 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Back at Coors Field in Denver. It's been a gorgeous day here in Colorado, and that's turned into a beautiful night. Braves and the Rockies in the second game of the series. Braves looking for another series win, and it's time now for the starting lineups powered by Georgia Power, the official electric energy partner of the Atlanta Braves. We'll start off with the invading Braves. This is game number 34 of the season. 128 left to be played after tonight. Braves come in with a record of 23-10. That's the best record in the big leagues. Braves in first place in the East, a 7.5 game lead over the Marlins. And Walt Weiss will lead it off tonight with his right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. Batting second, catcher Drake Baldwin. Hitting third, second baseman Ozzie Albies. Batting cleanup, first baseman Matt Olson hit a home run last night. Following Matt, one of the heroes from last night's win, the DH Michael Harris batting fifth. The other hero is Mauricio Dubon in his triple last night, a huge part of last night's win. Mauricio is playing in center field and batting sixth tonight. Batting seventh, third baseman Austin Riley. Hitting eighth, left fielder Mike Yastrzemski. Batting ninth, shortstop Jorge Mateo. And on the mound for the Braves, the ace of staff, lefty Chris Sale. He's 5-1 with a 2.31 ERA. His 5 wins tied for the most by a starter in the big league. So once again for the Braves, it'll be Acuna, Baldwin, Albies, Olson, Harris, Dubon, Riley, Yastrzemski, Mateo, and Sale on the mound. Those are the Braves. Now for Warren Schaefer's Rockies. They've lost their last 2 games. They have a record of 14-19. That's good enough for 4th place in the National League West, as they are 6.5 games back of division leading L.A. They'll lead it off tonight with their left fielder Jordan Beck. Batting second for the Rockies, center fielder Brenton Doyle, and batting third, first baseman T.J. Rumfield. Hitting cleanup, the catcher Hunter Goodman. Batting fifth, switch hitting second baseman Willie Castro. Batting sixth, the DH Brett Sullivan. Hitting seventh, third baseman Kyle Karros. Batting eighth, shortstop Ezekiel Tovar. Batting ninth, right fielder Troy Johnston. And on the mound as an opener to start the game, left-hander Brennan Bernardino. He's 2-0 with an 0.71 ERA, but he won't be around long. Again, he'll be the opener. He'll pitch 1 inning, and then we're expecting Chase Dolander to come in after that. He's a big, tall righty from Evans, Georgia. He's 3-2 with a 2.25 ERA. We'll give you more on him when he comes in. But Bernardino on the mound as an opener. So again, for the Rockies, Beck, Doyle, Rumfield, Goodman, Castro, Sullivan, Karros, Tovar, Johnston, and Bernardino on the mound. You know who's in there. They'll all be on the field when we come back. Braves and Rockies coming up on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
What up, Braves fans? Joe Button here to talk to you about my favorite part of the game, PrizePicks. Swing into action this baseball season with PrizePicks, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. PrizePicks started in the A, so you know we had to show love to the home team. Plus, it's the best app for making all your sports picks.
Download the PrizePicks app today and use code BRAVES and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code BRAVES on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. PrizePicks.
Must be present in certain states. Visit PrizePicks.com for restrictions and details.
Hi. Sorry, did I startle you? When you're used to hearing a certain type of commercial, something like this can, well, take you by surprise. That's kind of how it is with the Lexus RX, a vehicle that has continued to defy expectations for over 25 years. From the first luxury vehicle of its kind, to the first hybrid luxury vehicle, to the only plug-in hybrid worthy of the RX name. We understand you want more than the everyday SUV. And isn't being understood an amazing feeling? Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
For game-changing performance on the field to getting things done around the house, doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how doers get more done.
It came from outer space.
No, it came from Grindhouse Killer Burgers.
The taste is out of this world.
Well, the taste is, but they're from Atlanta and now at Truist Park.
They are burgers you could die for.
But please don't. You can find Grindhouse Killer Burgers at Truist Park in the Outfield Market, sections 315 and 335. And now in the West End by the Works, or at one of the other 5 Atlanta and Athens locations. You can even book our food truck to bring Grindhouse to your next event. Grindhouse Killer Burgers.
Live fast. Eat well.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military. And the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education. Way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org. Helping warriors navigate to success after service.
Oil lights never come on at a good time.
Oh, come on!
You got enough to juggle, so let Take 5 Oil Change handle it. Drive in and let our techs change your oil, check your tires, top off your fluids, and have you back on the road. It's stop fast. All while you stay in your car. No putting your entire schedule on hold, no upsells, no problem. Take 5 has a special offer to our Atlanta and Charlotte area fans. Wear your Braves gear on Tuesdays to get 25% off your oil change. Find your nearest shop at take5.com.
Want to make Mom the top banana at Truist Park next Sunday? A 4-pack of front row tickets could be yours. Enter now to win the baseball experience of a lifetime at 680thefan.com.
70 degrees here in Denver. Braves and the Rockies getting ready to roll around Coors Field for the second time in this series. Got a beautiful canopy of blue over the top of the ballpark. There's one cloud way off in the distance. Not a very big one. It's a perfect night for baseball. Been a perfect day here in Denver. And these fans still piling into the ballpark. Lots of Braves fans here once again. We saw tons of Braves fans last night down the third baseline. They're back in droves this evening. Want to remind you that Tire Discounter's Round Tripper promotion offers Braves fans savings on sets of Goodyear and Cooper tires, plus a free alignment and a free oil change with any 4-tire purchase. That's when the Braves hit a home run. Learn more at TireDiscounters.com/Braves. Braves will be coming out of the third base dugout wearing the traveling gray uniforms, gray tops, gray pants, red lettering, red numerals outlined in navy, Atlanta across the chest on top of the tomahawk. And the Rockies wearing their home white uniforms, white tops, white pants with the purple pinstripes. The numerals are in black, outlined in silver, and the letters in silver, outlined in black, and Rockies across the chest of their white uniforms. Folks, cash in on the baseball action with PrizePicks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download PrizePicks, use code BRAVES, and get $50 in lineups when you play $5. You must be present in certain states. Visit PrizePicks.com for restrictions and details. Rockies taking the field right now. As I mentioned earlier, they come in with a record of 14-19. They're in fourth place in the NL West, and the Braves 23-10 with the best record in baseball. Chad Whitson is the home plate umpire. He just shook hands with catcher Hunter Goodman. Hunter Goodman's the catcher today for Colorado. Yeah, the home plate umpire just shaking hands with the catcher. Crew chief and first base umpire is Bill Miller. Second base umpire is Brian Walsh. And the third base umpire is Chad Fairchild. Here's the leather for Colorado. TJ Rumfield is at first base. Willie Castro is at second. Ezekiel Tovar is the shortstop, and Kyle Karros is the third baseman. In the Colorado outfield, Jordan Beck is in left, Brenton Doyle in center, Troy Johnson is in right field. Catcher, as I mentioned, Hunter Goodman. And on the mound as an opener, it's the left-hander, Brennan Bernardino. He's 6'4", 216 pounds, lefty from Valencia, California. He's 34 years old. He's already made 14 appearances, 2-0 and an 0.71 ERA. And, Nick, the last time he was out there, went an inning and 2/3 against the Reds on April 29th. Didn't give up a run, 1 hit, no walks, 1 strikeout. So he's got 4 or 5 pitches, much more so than the average reliever. So we'll see him for 1 inning. There's a little cup of coffee for him in this game, and on to Dolander as the bulk guy.
Yeah, it's crazy how they do this and why they do it. I don't really understand it, but that's what they do, and they've been doing it for a while. This time, Bernardino is going to get out there with a 6-pitch mix. It's a sinker about 90 miles an hour. A lot like Quintana yesterday, just a different arm angle for him. He's got a pretty good curveball, 0 for 12 against that. He's got a 4-seamer, changeup, cutter, and slider as well. And you mentioned last time out, 1 2/3. That's only the second time in 14 appearances he's gone more than 1 inning.
Okay. Well, he's out there today. He'll be seeing Acuna, Baldwin, and Albies. Lots of sunshine in the outfield. A little bit of sunshine up the middle of the infield at the corners in the shade. Light breeze in from right center at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Ronald Acuna digging in. Getting ready, Brennan Bernardino. This lefty comes set. And now for the ball game. First pitch misses low and outside. And we're underway at 6:12 Mountain Time. 8:12 back at Atlanta, 7:12 Central. And the time of the first pitch brought to you by Schumann Farms. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Acuna takes a ball high and outside. Look for Real Sweet Brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms in a store near you. 6:12 local time of the first pitch and 70 degrees. Ronald Acuna looking at a 2-0 count. Brennan Bernardino comes set right at the belt, and the 2-0 pitch on the way. Cracked foul into the second deck along the first baseline. Talking about Bernardino, 5 years in the big leagues. He's been with the Mariners, the Red Sox, and the Rockies. In fact, the Braves saw him 4 times last year, all with Boston. And this is his 8th career appearance against the Braves. No record versus Atlanta, but a pretty impressive 2.45 ERA against Braves batters. 2-1 pitch. Touched the outside corner with a sinker to 2-2 count. Bernardino out of Cal State Dominguez Hills with his 3rd big league club. On a black glove right in front of his belt. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and Acuna is able to slash it out towards right center. That's down for a base hit. Playing it on a bounce, Troy Johnston. Right fielder sends it in. One op's the throw just to the right side of second base, and a leadoff single for Ronald Acuna, who's on base once again.
Yeah, good looking swing from Ronald. Extends that on base streak to 23 games. Gets a changeup middle of the plate. Lines it to right center field with a nice short swing. Could get the leadoff hitter on of the game.
So put Ronald aboard. And the bat in the hands of Drake Baldwin. Drake 0 for 4 last night. He was the DH for most of the night last night. Pitch on the way to Drake. Just a touch low of the curveball. This will be challenged by Hunter Goodman. So our first ABS challenge of the game. Video board out in left field above the stands. Pretty packed out there in the stands. ABS says that is a strike. 3/4 of the ball in the strike zone. Hunter Goodman gets that overturned. And make it an 0-1 count on the Braves catcher Drake Baldwin. Ronald Acuna being held by TJ Rumfield at first base. 0-1 pitch, hit well to deep left field, got some carry to it, back to the wall, that is out of here. Home run by Drake Baldwin, a high and mighty blast to left, and it's 2-0 Braves in the top of the first. I don't think this opener situation is going quite the way that they wanted it to.
Certainly not ideal for Colorado. More than ideal for the Braves. Drake Baldwin went 0 for 4 yesterday with a couple of strikeouts. Lefty-lefty matchup. Sinker did not sink at all, and Drake stays the other way. Home run number 8 on the season.
2-0 Braves. Here comes Ozzie Albies. All that momentum built up towards the end of the game last night. And they've started to carry that over into tonight's game. Ozzie Albies takes a called strike. With that homer by the Braves, you'll save $100 on sets of Goodyear and Cooper tires Monday only. Plus a free alignment, a free oil change at Tire Discounters. 0-1 to Ozzie, low and inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Home runs save Braves fans money all season long. Claim your coupon at TireDiscounters.com/Braves. 8 homers for Drake Baldwin. And RBIs 26 and 27. 1-1 pitch. Ozzie takes the ball a little bit low and outside.
And the crazy part about the opener, Ben, it hasn't been that successful for the most part for the Rockies. You get down by a crooked number in the first, Dollander has to hold it where it is.
2-1 pitch, and that's driven in the air to left center field towards the gap. That's down for a base hit. Over to cut it off in deep left center, the center fielder Doyle. He guns to second. By the time it hits the cutoff man, Ozzie's standing in the bright sunshine on second base. And it's a double by Albies. Now Chase Dollander up and tossing in the bullpen. It's for this exact reason, Nick, that if I were a starting pitcher, I would hate to be a guy who comes in as a bulk guy following an opener. Because what happens in the first inning completely out of my control, and there's a chance I enter the game trailing in the game. Just don't have a clean slate. Here's Matt Olson, and he takes the first pitch ball low and outside.
And especially when you have a guy like Dollander who has thrown the ball so well, why not put him out there to face the top of the lineup?
Right. 1-0 to Matt Olson. In tight, almost hit him. Somehow got out of the way of that fastball. Matt Olson hit the solo homer last night that got the Braves going. How about this for Matt? He has a hit in 20 of his last 23 games. And he's batting .300 with 8 homers, 8 doubles, and 23 RBIs in that stretch. That is a tear. 2-0 Braves in the top of the first inning. 2-0 to Olson. Strike with outside corner. Got a sinker over it. The inning has gone single, homer, double. Matt Olson, 298 career home runs. 2-1 pitch. Fouled back over to our left. Well, there was a bold prediction made during the Tiger series when we were at home where I asked Darren O'Day, I said, when do you think Matt Olson reaches number 300? And Jonathan chimed in and says, I think he's going to do it in Denver. Got out to a great start last night with a homer. Needs 2 more to get to 300. 2-2. Missed inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
And this is a pretty good park to do it. What we say yesterday, the Braves, 3 games here last year, didn't hit a homer.
Pretty perplexing even a year later, isn't it?
Very.
A lot of perplexing things about last season. 3-2, lifted towards foul territory. That's down the left field line, and that will land about 15 rows back down the left field line. So still 3-2. The Braves win last night, another comeback win. 12 of their 23 wins have been of the comeback variety. Only the Diamondbacks have more across Major League Baseball, as the Diamondbacks have 13 come from behind victories. Braves leading early. 3-2 pitch in the air towards shallow center, coming in Doyle. And he'll be calling everyone off. Medium depth center makes the catch. 1 down in the top of the first inning. Yesterday we were talking to Braves manager Walt Weiss about using Michael Harris. And how with this tender quad that Michael has, just got to pick your spots, especially playing here. And he doesn't want to use him defensively because it's such a gigantic outfield. The last thing you want him doing is running all over that giant outfield with that sore quad. So picking his spots, pinch hit last night, DH today, pitch on the way to Harris, all the way to the backstop. That was a terrible pitch. Over to third base for Albies. I mean, that was 3 feet from Hunter Goodman. 1-0 count on Michael Harris. But Walt went on to say that he felt like he'd have him on the bench last night, use him where he saw fit. He saw fit all right and hit the right button at the right time. Start him today, probably out of the lineup tomorrow. Maybe another pinch hit opportunity for him late tomorrow. Infield is in with a runner at third. 1-0 to Harris. And he swings and hits it a mile high down the third base line. Foul territory by the Braves dugout, and that lands in the first row. Trying to play 1-1. And that's probably the best way to nurse that sore quad for Michael, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, you got to be really careful, and we know what an impact he can make on a game. We saw it last night. You want to make sure he's healthy, and after the game last night, Walt basically said the reason we don't want to put him on the IL because of things like last night. In those situations, you need that big bat. And at least he's able to hit.
1-1 pitch. Strike with outside corner.
I was actually a little nervous when they put him in the outfield this past week. I thought it might be a little bit too quick, but he's still off the IL, which is a good sign.
22nd pitch of the inning, way outside. This with a curveball. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Braves have a runner at third, 1 down, leading 2-0 in the top of the first inning. Michael staring down the lefty Bernardino. He straightens. 2-2, swung on, missed. Got a sinker by him. Strikeout number 1 for Bernardino, 2 down in the inning. Something that all of us were discussing after the game. We went to get on the bus. In fact, here comes manager Warren Schaefer. We'll be going to Dolander, but we were talking about the moment for Michael Harris. And now we've seen him excited on the field before, but that might be the most excited we've ever seen him on a baseball field. He was so fired up, and so are we. So here in the first inning, Rockies make the call to the bullpen. It's the Pennington Grass Seed call to the bullpen. If you're looking for an easy upgrade to your lawn this season, go with Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Pennington Grass Seed, rooted in Braves country. We're in the top of the first inning, 2-0 Braves.
Hey, Braves fans. Spring and warm weather are officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow Exterminators protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Atlanta Braves, so you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Attention Braves fans. Ever wanted to win a Yanmar ZTR or a Yanmar limited edition SA223 tractor? Well, here's your chance. It's the Yanmar Strike Out the Side inning. During the 8th inning of every Braves game, one lucky fan will be selected for a chance to win a Yanmar ZTR if the Braves pitcher strikes out the side. Plus, at the end of the season, you can win the grand prize, a Yanmar limited edition SA223 tractor. Register now at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win the Yanmar Strike Out the Side inning, where the excitement never stops. Digging, grading, tilling, and mowing. All in a day's work with Yanmar. The tractor that works as hard as you do. Discover new possibilities at YanmarTractor.com.
Lock into the radio home of the Atlanta Braves way before first pitch. Lock in Chuck and Chernoff while you work or in your car from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, or the Fan app.
Well, the new pitcher for the Rockies, right-hander Chase Dolander, making his 8th appearance of the season, 3-2 with a 2.25 ERA. Allowed 4 earned runs in 4 innings, his first appearance of the year. 3 home runs in that game as well. Last 6 appearances, 1.29 ERA. Hasn't allowed a home run since. 6-pitch mix, heavy fastball usage, 97-101.
Mauricio Dubon climbing in. 2 down runner at third. Dubon swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. Top hand came off the bat on that swing, 0-1. Out of Evans, Georgia, 24 years old. Right-hander Dolander set right at the belly in the 0-1 pitch. Had a miss outside. Evans, Georgia, in Columbia County over by Augusta. Went to Greenbrier High School and started his college career at Georgia Southern, and then transferred to the University of Tennessee. Became the SEC Pitcher of the Year for the Volunteers. 1-1 from Dolander. Fouled off by Dubon. Dolander, the 9th overall pick in 2023. Also has an older brother who was in the White Sox minor league system for a time. 6'2", 220-pound right-hander. 1-2 pitch. Low and outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, that's an interesting number on giving him 3 home runs his first appearance and then none over the last 6 appearances. He figured something out. 2-2 to Dubon. Missed high, 3-2.
He pounds his own with the fastball, the 4-seamer, and the sinker. Can spray the secondary stuff a little bit. It's a slider, changeup, curveball, and sweeper to go along with the 4-seamer and sinker.
Time requested by Dubon. Just looking it up. No home runs allowed by Dolander over the last 115 batters he's faced. His 2nd season in the big league. Saw the Braves twice last year. Won a game at home, lost a game in Atlanta. And he's 5-14 in his career over 28 appearances. 3-2 to Dubon. He swings and sends a deep foul, slicing down the right field line off into the seats for a souvenir.
You know, it's interesting, too, Ben, in the start against the Braves in Colorado last year, 5 2/3, 1 earned run, over 13 versus the curveball. That curveball usage is down to 8% this year.
Again, the 3-2. Upstairs, ball 4. So a walk to Dubon. That'll put runners at the corners. Well, it's interesting that that number would be down the way that it is. And I know there was just one start that we saw him last year here, but that was a great pitch for him.
Yeah, and actually, you look at the pitch mix, the 2 starts he faced him was a 32% curveball. So it's going to be a different pitch mix for the Braves. You got to look fastball. He's been pretty heavy with that 4-seamer and sinker this year, and it's been successful. So you have to stick on that 97 to 100 and don't get off.
Here's Austin Riley. First pitch to Austin, in for a called strike. Austin had an encouraging night last night. Had 2 singles. He scored a run, had a big sac fly to tie the game in the 8th inning. And you know what happened the rest of the way as the Braves took the lead in the 9th with a 2-run homer by Michael Harris. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss at a changeup, but he's down 0-2. Riley, the 7th Brave to the plate in the top of the 1st inning. 2 runs have scored. Braves have Dubon at first. And Albies over at 3rd. 0-2 from Dolander. Swung on miss. Struck him out with a fastball at 100 miles an hour. So the Braves with 2 runs in the 1st. I'd imagine some of the Rockies coaches are scratching their heads thinking, why didn't we go with that guy to begin with? We go to the bottom of the 1st inning. Braves 2 and the Rockies coming up when we come back.
At long last, all the greatest hits together on one compact disc with timeless classics like
The Lottery Just Paid. I finally got it made.
And who can forget the mega hit Big Money?
Big money, ain't it funny? The cash is raining down.
Minutes of pure listening pleasure.
I hit the jackpot and I got...
No one wants these hits, but everyone wants a nice hit of cash. Play the new hit family of scratchers from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Braves country is Bronco country. This is Michael Harris II. On or off-road, there's a lot of great and exciting places to check out. And the best way to do it is in the powerful off-road ready Ford Bronco. See you out there.
For great offers on a new Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport SUV, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Bronco and Bronco Sport are trademarks of Ford or its affiliates. All rights reserved.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs. Pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation. With the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you. With personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute. Built to beat cancer.
The original Louisiana hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves, with a balance of heat and flavor that always hits. Buy you some.
Hey, Braves fans, don't miss Jeff Francoeur's only radio visit in Atlanta. Join the locker room every Monday morning at 9 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
With the Braves on top, 2-0. We go to the bottom of the 1st inning. It'll be Jordan Beck, Brenton Dole, and T.J. Rumfield for the Rockies, facing the lefty Chris Sale, making his 7th start of the year. First pitch on the way from the lefty. Swung on and tapped slowly off the first base side of the mound. Chris has got it. Underhands to first. 1 pitch and 1 down. Here's the leather for Atlanta. Matt Olson at first base. Ozzie Albies is at second. Jorge Mateo, the shortstop, and Austin Riley is at third. Here the outfield for the Braves. Mike Yastrzemski out at left. Mauricio Dubon has center tonight. Ronald Acuna fighting the bright sunshine out in right field. Craig Baldwin, who homered in the top of the 1st inning, is the catcher. And on the mound, the 37-year-old southpaw Chris Sale, 6'6", 180, out of Lakeland, Florida. Climbing in, Brenton Doyle. Here it is from Sale. Ball high and outside. Well, for Sale, a record of 5-1, a 2.31 ERA through 6 starts. He's tied for the league lead in wins. His last 2 starts were both against Philadelphia, and he won both of them. He has been really good last 3 starts. That'll be swung on and missed by Doyle. In fact, for Chris, in his last 3 starts, he's gone 3-0. He's pitched 19 innings, and he's given up just 2 runs over the last 19 frames with 22 strikeouts. He hadn't given him a sniff. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way to Brenton Doyle. And Doyle takes the ball high. That last outing for Chris, a big one. He earned career win number 150, as he has a career record of 150 and 89. And tonight is his 400th Major League appearance. 2-1 pitch. Lunge and a miss. Nasty slider there. Go ahead.
Sorry, that's the pitch that he dominated the Rockies with when he faced Doylander last year in Colorado. That slider was absolutely filthy. They didn't have an answer for it. Now, they did get the 2-run home run to this guy here and Brenton Doyle, but that was on a fastball.
Sale looking for his first strikeout. 2-2. That's fouled off the inside of Doyle's foot. Still a 2-2 count. Talking about the 150 victories for Sale, amongst active pitchers, his 150 wins are 4th most in the big leagues, behind Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer, and Garrett Cole. It's 4 behind Cole for 3rd amongst active pitchers. 2-2 to Doyle. Trying to paint the inside corner with a fastball and missed. And a 3-2 count.
Ben, you think about those numbers, 150 wins. How in the world can you get to 250 or 300? It feels virtually impossible now.
It does. Sales 3-2. In the air towards center. Coming in Dubon. Still coming in Dubon. And he will slide, and he has got it. That's a nice, graceful slide. Going out, Albies and Mateo at second and short. They just couldn't get there. And Mauricio just glided in, feet first slide, and able to snag it for the second out.
Yeah, fantastic catch. Had to play deep, as you do in this outfield. Long way to go. Would have been a tough catch for Mateo over the shoulder, but nice job by Dubon getting him out of the way and making it look pretty easy.
You got to get your calories when you play in Denver, man. You run around in that outfield, as big as it is, you're going to lose some pounds. There's T.J. Rumfield. Rumfield takes the ball a little bit low and outside. I bet a lot of center fielders, the fastest center fielders, they love running around out there.
You have so much room and so many spots you can go to make catches. If you play center at a high level, this is a good place to play.
2-0 Braves, bottom of the first. 1-0 to Rumfield. Slider over for a strike, 1-1. Into the action tonight. We'd like to update you on this every time Chris is out there. He has 2,617 career strikeouts, and that's 28th most all time. He won't be passing any names tonight. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Rumfield takes the ball low and inside. The next man on the list, David Cone, in 27th place, has 51 more strikeouts than Sale. But Chris could catch him over the next handful of starts. Left-on-left matchup on the 2-1. Sent foul into the seats down the left field line. For Chris versus the Rockies in his career, 1-1 against them with a 1.48 ERA, 5 appearances, 3 as a starter. But what's interesting is Coors Field is one of 7 current Major League ballparks that he's never earned a win in. Well, his one previous win versus the Rockies was not here. He'd love to cross this one off the list tonight. Looking for his first career win here at Coors Field. Sales 2-2. Out back into the screen. You might be asking, okay, what are the other 6 ballparks? That would be Busch in St. Louis, Citi Field in New York, Dodger Stadium, of course, in L.A., and he'll be pitching there in his next start, so he can cross 2 off that list on this road trip. He's never won at Lone Depot Park in Miami, which is wild. Never won at Nats Park in D.C., and he's never won in San Francisco at AT&T Park. Sales 2-2 pitch. Pulled foul under the heels of Doug Bernier, their first base coach, and on down the right field line. He could cross several of those off this season.
I would love to see that, especially on this road trip.
Braves leading 2-0. 2-run homer by Drake Baldwin in the top of the first inning for the Braves on the board. 2-2 to Rumfield. Popped up down the left field line, slicing towards the seats. That becomes a souvenir about 15 rows back of the tarp.
Tell you what, Rumfield's making it work a little bit. the 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Bearded left-hander blowing on his hand. He'll dig it around on the third base side of the rubber. 2-2 on the left-handed hitter, T.J. Rumfield. Sale cuts it loose, and he's got his man swinging and missing at a fastball. 96-mile-an-hour heater. His first strikeout of the game. It's a 1-2-3 first. We go to the top of the second. 2-0 Braves.
This is Kevin Swanson, business manager of IBEW 613. There's a reason why over 5,500 electricians currently choose IBEW Local 613, and why we build Atlanta's most important projects, including Truist Park. Talk to our electricians, look at our work, look at our working agreement. The only thing you will lose by not looking are wages, benefits, and time. Nothing to lose by taking a look. Go to IBEW613.org.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. The A in Chick-fil-A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Atlanta area Chick-fil-A restaurants are teaming up with the Atlanta Braves Foundation on the Home Plate Project to help fight food insecurity for families in need. Show your support by visiting braves.com/homeplate to learn more about food distributions in your area.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Want to make Mom the top banana at Truist Park next Sunday? A 4-pack of front row tickets could be yours. Enter now to win the baseball experience of a lifetime at 680thefan.com.
With the Braves leading 2-0, we'll go to the top of the second here in Denver. That strikeout by Chris Sale to put T.J. Rumfield to bed there in the first inning. As our Gas South bringing the heat strikeout, and just like Chris Sale, Gas South is bringing the heat with no deposits, no hidden fees, and simple natural gas rates. Hope you're having a great weekend and a really good Saturday. It's been beautiful here. And we're so happy to be with you tonight on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network alongside Nick Green and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Make it 8-9-1 in the order for the Braves. Yastrzemski, Mateo, and Acuna versus Chase Dolander. Third baseman Kyle Karros, son of Eric Karros, even with a bag at third. Yastrzemski takes a called strike. Top of the second is the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning. And if the Braves steal a base here in the top of the second, our contestant tonight, Stephanie McConnell, won $250 in free marathon gas cards. 0-1 to Yastrzemski. Strike on the outside corner, 0-2. Just like Stephanie did, you too can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. Right-hander Dolander. Fans the black glove in front of his face. Swivels, brings the 0-2. And that is inside as Yastrzemski kind of swiveled the hips out of the way of the slider low and in, 1-2. Yastrzemski, 35 years old, out of Vanderbilt. Grew up in Massachusetts. And a 1-2 pitch on the way. That'll be fouled off the inside of his foot. Still a 1-2 count. Final earlier today, Marlins defeated the Phillies. Cooled them down a little bit. They had won 4 straight, the Phillies had. And the Marlins shut them out 4-0. One-two pitch. Yastrzemski swings and misses at a fastball. Boy's got that thing fueled up, doesn't he? 100 mile an hour, that fastball.
And that's where he gets most of his strikeouts. It's just straight gas right down the middle, and it's tough to catch up to, tough to square up.
Strikeout number 2 for Dolander. Climbing in Jorge Mateo, the shortstop tonight for the Braves. He was 0 for 3 last night. Dolander's first pitch is a ball low. By the way, that score that I just gave you with the Marlins beating the Phillies 4-0. We'll be checking scores all night. Those are delivered to you by Saia, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. 2-0 our score here as we're in the top of the second. One out of Mateo. Swung on, sent foul up into the third deck. Well, the Braves with a big comeback win last night. They were trailing 6-0 last night. Fought back and were able to take the lead in the ninth inning, hold on and win it 8-6. And the team was just Here's the 1-1 pitch. Did you see that?
I saw him jump.
Tommy Watkins is the third base coach, and a squirrel just snuck out onto the field, and that squirrel was right under the feet of Tommy, and he jumped straight up like a rattlesnake was between his heels. Oh, that was hilarious. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Mateo. And he drives one to deep right field, heading back Johnston. Johnston spins, and that's off the top of the wall. Bounding back in play, it's a double by Mateo. Hit that with full strength out to right center. Just missed a homer. A lot of power out to right center for Mateo. He's in scoring position.
Good looking swing on the four-seamer up in the zone, out of the plate.
Squirrel's out there again. He's running towards the Rocky dugout. The fans love it.
I've been following it on the TV feed, and then the TV's kind of in my sight of Tommy Watkins. I saw him jump out of the corner of my eye. Now the Rockies bench is trying to figure out what's going on over there.
You play some Ray Stevens with the squirrel out there on the loose.
Looks like he's in the dugout.
He just went into the Rocky dugout. They're just scattering down there. You'd have thought somebody threw a cobra in the dugout.
You know, the question is, where do they even go to get out?
I just love Tommy's reaction to looking down and a squirrel's right under his foot. Here's Acuna. Ronald takes the ball high. I was just about to tell a story about Tommy, so I happened to be looking right at him and watched the squirrel walk right up under his feet. 1 ball and no strikes. He's got moves, man. 1-0 to Acuna, and a bouncer out to second. And Mateo's going to advance to third base. That'll be gloved by Castro and fires over. And Acuna comes up lane going across first base. Ronald digging it out. Came up limping. And now Ronald gingerly walking around the edge of the infield towards the grass of right field. And he's motioning towards his hamstring on the left leg or calf. He's pointing to the back of the leg. Walt Weiss out there now. Braves trainer Jeff Stevenson's out there. Ronald can't put much weight on the left leg. He's going to have to leave the game. Well, he's walking off the field. But that left leg is clearly giving him some pain. It'll be a 4-3 putout. And Mateo advances to third base. Watching Ronald coming out of the box. Well, about halfway, maybe a third of the way down the line, he started to hop on one leg and reaching to the back of the left leg.
And it didn't even look like he was running that hard out of the box either. This certainly doesn't look good.
Well, as soon as we have any information whatsoever on Ronald Acuna, we'll pass it your way. But third of the way down the line, just started hopping on that right leg and immediately showing pain in the left leg. 2-0 Braves, top of the second. Craig Baldwin, 1-for-1 with a homer, takes the ball low. One out of Baldwin. Taken for a strike, 1-1. Well, you'd hope that it's just a cramp.
Mm-hmm. That was my hope, I guess, but I don't know for sure. And it just feels like it's tough to have nice things, and it's frustrating.
1-1 to Baldwin. Strike with the inside corner.
And especially knowing that Ronald started to swing the bat better over the last couple of weeks, and if there is anything to this, it's going to be a pretty big blow.
Base hit means a run. 2 down in the inning, and the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, that's the thing. It didn't even look like a play where anyone would ever be injured on. I mean, it's one thing if you're trying to beat it out at first base, or you go across the bag awkwardly, or even running down a ball towards the gap in right field. But he was just coming out of the box. It wasn't too far out of the box when he came up hopping. 2-2, pounded through the left side, base hit by Baldwin. 3-0 Braves. Drake is driven in all 3 Braves runs with his 2-run homer in the first and his 2-out single here in the second. Mateo scores 3-0 Atlanta.
Another good swing from Drake. Just staying the other way, 104 off the bat, a kind of bullet ground ball through the left side. That approach is how you have to hit Dollander, breaking ball away. Drake does it again.
Inning continues for Ozzie Albies. Ozzie doubled back in the first inning. Ozzie takes a called strike. 1 ball and no strikes on Ozzie Albies. Tonight it's the Braves with the good start, leading 3-0. But tempered excitement after seeing the injury to Ronald Acuna. Ball high and outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Like we mentioned, he walked off the field under his own power, but clearly showing a lot of pain in that left leg, be it a cramp or something worse. Hopefully not. 1-1 pitch. Ozzie swings and misses at a fastball. That clocked in at 99 from Dollander. If Ozzie could reach, Matt Olson would come to the plate. Dollander at 29 pitches after coming in the first inning. A 1-2 fouled back over to our left. Again, this is a game where the Rockies used an opener, and Brennan Bernardino didn't work all that well for him. He faced 5 batters, and they went single, homer, double, then a fly out and strikeout before they took him out and put the bulk guy, as they say, into the game in Dollander. Righty-lefty matchup. 1-2 pitch. Ozzie takes a ball high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dating back to April 4th, only Justin Robleski and Jose Soriano have a lower ERA than Dollander across Major League Baseball, with a minimum of 25 innings pitched, that is. 2-2 pitch, up and in, 3-2. That nugget alone, if I were in control there with Colorado, I'd say this guy's starting.
Well, he started last time he pitched.
And did so well.
With 7 shutout, career high 7 innings.
Just overthinking it, if you ask me. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Ozzie Albies. Drake takes off, pitch on the way, flip down the left field line, slicing foul into the seats. About a section down for the Braves dugout. Turning into a good Saturday night crowd. Last night they announced 23,548. Much larger crowd tonight. Again, the 3-2. Swung on, missed, went after ball 4, it appeared. Fastball up and away from him. And that ends the top of the second, but another tally for the Braves on the base hit by Drake Baldwin. 1 run, 2 hits. No errors and a man left. We go to the bottom of the second. 3-0 Braves.
When you need a lawyer after an auto accident, make the right call. I'm attorney Ken Nugent, and I'm based right here in Georgia. Other big-name legal teams aren't even from this area.
Right one.
We'll get you your money quick, while other legal teams waste your time.
Right two.
And our team is with you from start to finish. Other legal teams pass you off to a secondary team.
Right three.
Make the right call. Call Ken.com. One call, that's all. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Kenneth S. Nugent, PC, attorneys at law. 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
Winning is what the Atlanta Braves do. In the past 25 years, they've won 15 division titles. And in 2021, they were the champions of it all. They know what it takes to win. And so do I. We've been fighting and winning for injured people for more than 25 years, earning our clients hundreds of millions of dollars. That's why if you're hurt and winning is your only option, get the Strong Arm.
Attorney John Foy and Associates.
Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber. Connected to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
The original Louisiana hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves, with a balance of heat and flavor that always hits. Buy you some.
Hey, we all know work is important, but make it a habit to stay attached to the sports scene every weekday with me, Nick Cialini, and Chris Domino. Weekdays from 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
3-0 Braves into the bottom of the second inning. Eli White into the game in right field for the injured Ronald Acuna. Like we mentioned, as soon as we find out more on Ronald, we'll pass it along. Chris Sale out there facing Goodman, Castro, and Sullivan in the bottom of the second. And his first pitch, a slider, touches the inside corner to the right-handed hitter. Just now tuning in, Ronald Acuna on the ground out to second. Injured his left leg going down the first baseline. He was about a third of the way down the line, then started hopping the rest of the way in pain as if the leg cramped up on him. That'll be swung on miss. Good-looking change that time by Chris. And a 0-2 count. Well, that's what we saw with our eyes, and as soon as we have anything more official, we'll let you know. But Eli in right field. Dubon in center. Yastrzemski is in left. No balls and 2 strikes on Hunter Goodman. He's got some interesting strikeout numbers versus lefties this year, doesn't he? Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way from Chris Sale. Got a piece, fouled it back.
You almost set it up perfectly. Yeah, it's been a struggle for him against lefties. And this is one of the matchups I was looking forward to seeing today. He strikes out a lot in general, chases and swings and misses. But against lefties, hitting under 200 with a 48% strikeout rate.
Wow. Chris going to try to drive that rate up right here. 0-2. Bouncer out to second. Ozzy's on the other end. Glove sends it over to first base. And 1 down here in the second inning. The original Louisiana hot sauce keeps the flavor bases loaded with 3 simple ingredients. Peppers, vinegar, and salt. And flavor that's always a hit is exactly why the original Louisiana hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. 1 out for Willie Castro. Castro 0 for 4 last night. Switch hitting second baseman. And a .235 average into the action this evening. Chris Sale steps and deals. It'll be swung on and bounced foul over by the Braves dugout. In the top of the inning, we were talking about Tommy Watkins, Braves third base coach, right before he jumped right out of his shoes, scared for that squirrel that ran out onto the field. Now, we ran into Tommy last night after the game, and his voice was gone. Couldn't speak. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Willie Castro. Ground ball out to third and foul. And he was trying to talk with a hoarse voice, just getting anything out he could. And I said, when did you lose your voice? He said, on that triple by Dubon. He was just screaming from the third base coach's box. And blew his vocal cords out, as I'm sure many Braves fans were doing down the third base line. And I ran into Tommy this morning in the gym. I said, is your voice back? And he was able to talk a lot better than he could last night. 0-2 to Castro. Missed high. And he said, I'll tell you something funny about last night. By the way, update on Ronald. Left hamstring tightness is what they're telling us. Well, Ronald Acuna leaves the game with left hamstring tightness. 1-2, a lunge and a miss at strike 3. That slider just disappeared on Castro. And he's the second strikeout of the game. And 2 down, but finishing the story. Tommy said, funny thing last night, Braves are down 6-0. And nobody felt good about it at the moment. You're down 6-0. You're thinking it's not going to be your night. And he said he told Antoine Richardson, I think we're going to come back and get this one. Just had a feeling about it. When you think about this lineup and what we've seen, and then this ballpark as well, all the elements were there. There's a called strike on Sullivan. It's like he called a shot before it even started.
But it feels good when you have that kind of confidence in the team. And I think that says a lot about what that clubhouse feels right now. They feel like they're going to win no matter what happens in a ball game and know they can come back.
0-1 to Sullivan. Strike on the outside corner with a sinker.
And we heard all about it during spring training. This club felt different. Obviously, a lot of guys had chips on their shoulders to play better this year. But the cohesiveness of this group is something that can't be understated. And I think that's an important part in winning. All the good teams have that. This team does as well.
0-2 to Sullivan. Missed by an eyelash outside. 1-2. Well, and to have that this early in the season, that just shows you how confident a bunch this is. That developed pretty quickly to have that kind of confidence. Leading 3-0. We're in the bottom of the second. Sale 5 up and 5 down with 2 strikeouts. 1-2 pitch. Bouncer over the mound, charging to his left. Mateo gloves, throws over to first base. That's in time. All his momentum was going to first base by the time he cut it loose. He was halfway between first and second, darting from his position at shortstop. It's a 1-2-3 second. We're off to the top of the third. 3-0 Braves.
Oil lights never come on at a good time.
Oh, come on!
You've got enough to juggle, so let Take 5 Oil Change handle it. Drive in and let our techs change your oil, check your tires, top off your fluids, and have you back on the road. It's stop fast. All while you stay in your car. No putting your entire schedule on hold, no upsells, no problem. Take 5 has a special offer to our Atlanta and Charlotte area fans. Wear your Braves gear on Tuesdays to get 25% off your oil change. Find your nearest shop at take5.com.
Life is a circle. At Emory Healthcare, this circle contains the first breakthroughs that bend fear toward hope. Echoes that become second chances. Love regained, tomorrow reclaimed. Emory is driven by firsts because second chances matter to keep life's circle moving forward. Emory Healthcare, the front line of care, the forefront of discovery. Visit emoryhealthcare.org/discover.
Hey Braves fans, make sure you're hitting on all cylinders this season. Stop by Valvoline Instant Oil Change for home run service. Just slide on in, no appointment necessary. You'll get a winning oil change in about 15 minutes so you can get cruising on I-75 in time to root for your Braves. So whether you're heading to Truist Park or back to home base, trust the team at Valvoline Instant Oil Change to get you there. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
When the Braves aren't playing on a weeknight, join me, Buck Ballou, with Kelly Kroll from 6 to 8 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Middle 3-2 up with the Braves in the top of the third inning. It's a 3-0 Braves lead here in Denver. Alongside Nick Green and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Matt Olson, Michael Harris, Mauricio Dubon for the Braves. Chase Dolander, right-hander going back to work. And his first pitch on the way to Olson. Matt with a chopper to second, charging quickly. Castro gloves, transfers, and fires, and one down. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for Station ID on the Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Folks, get Wi-Fi so reliable it never gets caught looking at one price for the next 5 years and same-day Wi-Fi Xfinity. Imagine that. 3-0 Braves, top of the third for Michael Harris. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Michael takes a called strike on the inside corner. Michael with the average at .320. That homer last night is 7th of the year. 0-1, hit hard, but out to second. It's gloved by Castro, throws over to first base and 2 down. Even his outs are hit really hard. He's making such great contact. And going back to the point that we made earlier in the game for Michael last night, the celebration after the home run, just the overall jubilance that he displayed, maybe more than I've ever seen out of him on the field.
No, and it feels good early in the season, too, where he's been... last couple of years has been really late, so he's had to kind of pick things up.
Mauricio Dubon takes a ball high.
And obviously that emotion is a little bit different, too, when the team's playing so well early, best team in the game, best record in the game. Late in the season last year, the Braves were struggling, so it's tough to show that consistently.
Dubon takes a ball low and outside. Said this at spring training, and it was one of the biggest bullet points I felt like in terms of discussion for the upcoming season, and how it was critical that Michael get off to a good start. And I think he's gone above and beyond what we expected. 2-0 pitch, strike on the inside corner. And that's so enormous because sometimes you can ride the crest of that wave throughout an entire season.
Yep. And right now, if he misses any time, does he come back the same? So you have to really take care of that quad right now.
Good point. 3-0 Braves in the third. 2-1 from Dolander, sent foul. That's in the second deck down the right field line. Again, the story of the night, of course, the Braves On the positive side of things, leading 3-0. But on the negative side of things, Ronald Acuna left the game. Hamstring soreness. 2-2 pitch. Ball high and outside. Yeah, the official news on Acuna, hamstring tightness, as he was running up the first base line on a ground ball to second. Couldn't continue. Hopefully that doesn't mean an IL stint for him, but I can't imagine there's a whole lot they know about it right now. That's one of those where you treat him and see how he feels tomorrow and the following day and go from there. 3-2 to Dubon. He swings, and it's a towering fly ball to right. To his left, Johnston. Over by the line is under it, makes the catch. And the Braves go down in order in the top of the third inning. Dollander on track now as he's retired 4 straight. We go to the bottom of the third inning, 3-0 Braves.
You smell that? Spring. Hibernation's over. It's time to run it. Run it until the grass becomes long and the hedges duck and cover. Then, run it again. Still, get up to $50 off select AK battery tool sets. Offer valid for limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
How cool are deals on the whole Toyota lineup at the Summer Starts Here sales event? Cooler than your kid calling you cool and meaning it. Yeah, that cool. Summer has never been cooler. Lease a new 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $289 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through June 1st, 2026. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $42.88 due at signing. No security deposit. With select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details. Toyota. Let's go places.
When it comes to shipping, Saya Freight and Logistics delivers a grand slam. As the exclusive freight and logistics partner of the Atlanta Braves, Saya provides comprehensive nationwide service focused on customer satisfaction. For over a century, Saya has delivered the smart solutions and reliable shipping businesses both big and small depend on. When service is everything, it's a yes. Step up to the plate with Saya. Visit Saya.com. That's SAIA.com.
Get a nice hit of cash with the new Hit Family of Scratchers from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
Want to make Mom the top banana at Truist Park next Sunday? A 4-pack of front row tickets could be yours. Enter now to win the baseball experience of a lifetime at 680thefan.com.
Beautiful evening in Denver. Braves have a 3-0 lead into the bottom of the third inning. Kyle Karros, Ezekiel Tovar, and Troy Johnston to the plate for the Rockies. Chris Sale, 6 up, 6 down with 2 strikeouts. Going to work on Kyle Karros. And a first pitch slider touches the inside corner. Kyle Karros, 23 years old, out of L.A. And the son of Eric Karros. Boy, his dad had a great career. No balls at a strike on Kyle Karros. Sale misses a little bit low and outside. Well, the Braves, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. For the Rockies, no runs, no hits, no errors. Sale brings it, line shot into left field. Turned around a fastball. Up with it in left field, Yastrzemski sends it in. That'll be a leadoff single by Kyle Karros. First hit of the night for the Rockies. Folks, you need all the energy you can get for game day. At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget. We're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference so you can save energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. Climbing in, Ezekiel Tovar. Shortstop, 0 for 3 last night. Tovar takes a first pitch slider over for a called strike. 24 years old, out of Venezuela. He'll be followed by Troy Johnston as the Rockies are at the bottom of the order. 0-1 to Tovar. Check swing. They appeal. He did not go. And a 1-1 count. Tovar out of Venezuela. Started the 2019 season in low A. And over the years has moved his way all the way up to the big leagues. Ball and a strike on the right-handed hitter. The pitch on the way from Sale. Sent foul down the right field line.
I'm kind of wondering what Tovar is going to end up being, Ben. Had a pretty big extension a few years ago.
I think the Rockies are wondering the same thing. 1-2 pitch. Sent foul.
So he signed 7 years, $63.5 million in March of 2024. That year goes on, hit 26 home runs. Last year, only 9 home runs in 95 games. So struggling this year, what's he going to be? That's the big question over here in Colorado.
Sales 1-2. And he drives one out towards center field, drifting back Dubon, sprinting back to the wall. He's got it, and then bangs into the wall. He holds on. Long throw back to first base is not in time, but that's an amazing catch by Dubon. Absolutely rattled his head on the wall and held on. What a catch by Mauricio. I mean, fearlessly into the wall. He's got to make sure he's got all his teeth after that.
Didn't even get the glove up until he basically hit the wall. Ran full speed. What a tremendous catch.
Like a crash test dummy out there going into the wall. I mean, he slammed into the wall. Hat came off. And I think before he really even felt the jolt, he was up and throwing the ball back into the infield.
Goodness.
We have to make that the Truist play of the game, brought to you by Truist. Here's the pitch on the way to Troy Johnston. One down in the inning, runner at first. And Johnston lifts one to center. This should be a little bit easier. Coming in, Dubon, looking up into the blue sky. Catches the ball in the middle.
He didn't even get rattled either.
I was thinking he might have been seeing 3 balls coming at him right there, but he somehow caught the right one.
Yeah, and typically when you see a play like that, they smash into the wall at full speed. They don't typically throw the ball back in the same motion. It's like you hit the wall, turn around, threw it right back in. Usually you see guys fall down.
2 down, here comes Jordan Beck. And Beck takes the ball low. Like I said, that's our Truist play of the game. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC. Jordan Beck 0 for 1 with a ground out to the mound. He'll line one down the left field line over a leaping Austin Riley. That's a fair ball all the way into the corner. Beck 0 for 1 with a ground out to the mound. He'll line one down the left field line over a leaping Austin Riley. That's a fair ball all the way into the corner. Around second, heading for third, Karros. They will send him to the plate. Braves at the cutoff man. Mateo guns to the plate. Tag down and not in time. Boy, I don't know about that. What a relay as Mateo fired it in from about 30 feet down the left field line and looked like it was right on the money. Walt Weiss holds his hand up, and this will not be reviewed. Boy, I thought they had him. It's a 3-1 game.
What a relay. Yaz had a long way to go to get it down the left field line and put a good throw to Mateo. Mateo perfectly executes the relay. Right on the money.
Ends up being a double by Beck. He took third base on the throw. With the Rockies on the board, here comes Brenton Doyle. Called strike on Doyle. Boy, I thought they had him.
Yeah, how big of a play was that from Dubon now?
Yes, good point. Tagged by Baldwin was on the left elbow of the arm that was extended towards the plate. 0-1 to Doyle. Fouled off into the seats deep down the right field line. It was so bang-bang of the plate. I mean, as streamlined of a relay from the corner and left as you could possibly imagine. And as deep of a yard as this is, as much territory is out there, just to make that a play that became as close as it did is really amazing. 0-2 to Doyle. Have a seat. Swung on and missed over the top of a slider. Strikeout number 3 for Sale. Rockies on the board. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We're off to the top of the 4th. 3-1 Braves.
Strike 3.
Good calls. They're great in baseball games, and they're even better when you need a law firm. If you've been in an auto accident and need legal representation, do yourself a favor and get the best call there is. I'm attorney Ken Nugent. My team will fight for you and stick with you from start to finish, working hard to get your money quick. Give our team a call. 404-CALL-KEN. One call, that's all. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Kenneth Fusion PC Attorneys at Law, 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
Hey Braves fans, make sure you're hitting on all cylinders this season. Stop by Valvoline Instant Oil Change for home run service. Just slide on in, no appointment necessary. You'll get a winning oil change in about 15 minutes so you can get cruising on I-75 in time to root for your Braves. So whether you're heading to Truist Park or back to home base, trust the team at Valvoline Instant Oil Change to get you there. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey, this is Jaron Solomon from Solomon Brothers Jewelers. People ask me all the time, what does it mean to be the preferred jeweler of the Atlanta Braves? And it means a lot to the Solomon family. I'm born and raised here in Atlanta, Georgia, and more importantly, I'm a Southeast kid. And the Atlanta Braves have meant everything to me growing up. They're a fabric of their community. We believe we're a fabric of this community. And being associated with the Atlanta Braves has truly been an honor, and we really appreciate it. Go Braves.
Technology can make you a better sports fan and a better driver. Use CarPlay or Android Auto to get the traffic on your dashboard while you listen to Chuck and Chernoff from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, or on the Fan app.
With the Braves leading the Rockies 3-1, we go to the top of the fourth inning. It's 7-8-9 coming up with the Braves. Riley, Yastrzemski, and Mateo, alongside Nick Green and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute, one of the nation's leading and largest cancer programs. Northside is built to beat cancer. Jace Dolander facing the bottom of the Braves order. First pitch in the top of the fourth inning. All the way to the backstop, 1 ball and no strikes. Kentucky Derby was today. Denver was very festive throughout the day. There are lots of Kentucky Derby parties around town. I think all those folks just spilled into the ballpark.
I'm actually having a party in here.
Here's a 1-0 pitch all the way outside. Yeah, that's my next point. Because I got an axe to grind with some of the people that we work with.
I did, but I don't now.
I mean, I don't now. That what took place is we're about to tell you what happened. Kind of took a little bit of the edge off. But it still took place. Here's the 2-0 pitch on the way to Austin Riley. Riley takes the ball outside. They tried to hose us earlier today. So we had a Kentucky Derby pool. Myself, Jonathan, and Nick, and lots of our quote-unquote friends from Braves Vision. There's the 3-0 pitch on the way to Austin Riley. There's a ball high and outside. A leadoff walk here in the top of the fourth inning. There's a good start. And Shooter Sean, who I consider a friend, was the one who put this whole thing together. And Shooter does a great job taking photos and also taking videos of a lot of the stuff that you see on joins and rejoins on the telecast. That's all Shooter Sean. So Shooter sends us a video, or sends us a text, I should say. It says, look, we're going to have a Kentucky Derby pool. Who all wants in? So we all respond. We're all in. Pitch on the way to Yastrzemski is a called strike. And at the end of it, must have been about 20 of us in there. So we all have a horse, right? We're thinking we're going to end up pulling names out of a hat to draw at random the horses that are our horses for the pool. There's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Yastrzemski, and there's a called strike, 0-2. So instead of Shooter coming around to our booth and then the TV booth and then the TV truck and whomever else is involved with a hat with all the names in there for us to draw, he decides he's going to draw each name individually. You know, nothing to see here. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Yastrzemski pops it up on the infield. Third baseman Kyle Carroll's drifting into foul territory. Under it, makes the catch and 1 down. So he tells everybody, he sends a picture of this page that he's written out with everybody's name and their horse that he drew. And it was suddenly we noticed something was afoot very quickly because we're looking at the pool, and me and Jonathan and you. The radio crew has horses that are 36-1, 52-1, 77-1. Pitch on the way to Mateo. There's a ball low. Then we look at the odds for all the TV folks. 6-1, 5-2, 9-1. They got all the favorites, and we got all the glue sticks at the back of the pack. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Jorge Mateo. And Mateo swings and misses.
All right, real fast, Ben. Shooter Sean had one at 29-1. That one exited because it couldn't behave itself. CJ had one 7-1 and one 5-1. Shooter's other horse was 9-1. Wiley was 6-1.
There goes the runner. Pitch on the way to the backstop. That'll be an easy steal for Austin Riley. And he's now in scoring position after his third steal of the year. So you get the point. So all the TV people have all the best horses, and then radio gets all these horses that look like, with the odds, they might have 3 legs as they're running this race. So they run the race, and wouldn't you know it, truth would prevail. Golden Tempo, Nick's horse at 36-1, won the thing for radio. Ground ball up the middle, a diving stop by the shortstop Tovar, up on his feet, throws over, not in time. Jorge beats it out, over to third base for Riley, and the Braves in business, runners at the corners with one down. That great dive by Tovar saved a run, but runners at the corners now for Eli White.
Good play by Tovar, preventing a run. Good job by Mateo, getting out of the box quick, barely beats his ball. Now you have first and third for Eli White.
Infield single. And now runners at the corners for Eli. Braves leading 3-1 in the top of the fourth. Right-hander Dolander comes set right at the belly. And the offering on the way. He shows bunt, pulls back, takes the ball low and outside. So all that to say, I just love that they tried to stack the thing and give us all the bad horses, and one of those horses won the thing.
And you know what? When I was scouting my horse, it says, can adapt mid-race. What did it do? It adapted mid-race.
Sure did. 1-0 bunted up the first base line, charging in Rumfield. Comes to the plate, loses the ball, everybody's safe. Riley scores 4-1 Braves. Perfectly executed by Eli White. Rumfield darted in down the first base line, and when he went to draw back and throw, the ball just slipped right out of his fingers. Didn't have a play. Well done by Eli.
We saw a safety squeeze from Colorado yesterday in the first inning by Tyler Freeman. Today it's Eli White for the Braves. First and third, you cannot stop this when the first baseman has to hold the runner on. Get it down the first base side. And Austin Riley, as soon as he sees it down, he scores easy.
They'll go base hit and an RBI. Runners at first and second, one down for Drake Baldwin. And Drake wrecks it out to right field. Johnson going back over his head. Misplayed it. Coming around third base and looking to score now is Mateo. He comes in and scores easily. And it's 2 bases for Drake Baldwin, who rakes in another RBI. And it's 5-1 Braves in the fourth. Johnston completely misread that. It was hit so hard, and his first move was in, and the second he did, he was cooked at that point.
And that ball was torched. Drake Baldwin seen 6 pitches from Dolander, not one fastball. Slider down in the zone, 110 off the bat. Second and third for the Braves.
Now the infield in for Ozzie Albies. Great speed out there in White. Baldwin out there at second. That'll be swung on and missed by Albies. And now Ozzie walking towards the dugout. I believe he wants to put some pine tar on the bat. His hand slipped off the handle going after that.
Ben, I've been so impressed with Drake Baldwin in the fact that he just does not slump. You might see him go 1 for 9, which he did a series back, and then got 2 hits in the series finale. Yesterday, 0 for 4 here with a couple of strikeouts. Now he has 3 hits and 4 RBIs on the day.
0-1 to Ozzie. In the air to deep left. That's going back. Back towards the corner at the wall. Makes the catch on the warning track. Tagging from third and in to score Eli White. And the Braves have another run. It's now 6-1 Braves in the fourth inning. Finding all sorts of different ways to score runs in this one. RBI number 21 for Ozzie Albies. And here comes Matt Olson.
It's quality of at bat, knowing situations, and getting the job done. The Braves have been excellent.
2 down in the inning. Olson is 0 for 2. Takes a ball low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. This will be challenged by Hunter Goodman. Both teams have both ABS challenges remaining. Goodman has already won one ABS challenge in this game, and he will win this one. That'll be overturned. Go from a 1-0 count to an 0-1 count on Matt Olson.
Coming into the day yesterday, 77% success for Goodman. At 2 overturns already today.
6-1 Braves. 0-1 and a high pop-up. Shallow center. Brenton Doyle coming in. Doyle still under it, and it comes down into his glove for out number 3. But the Braves were able to send 7 to the plate. They scored 3 times in the top of the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Braves 6, Rockies 1.
When you open a Corona, you hear the sounds of wherever you are a little differently. A little more Corona. And you think to yourself, why am I just listening? Corona. La Playa awaits. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
It's time to refresh your yard during spring backyard days at the Home Depot. Get low prices guaranteed on propane grills starting at $179, like the Next Grill 3-burner gas grill. Or get $50 off the select Weber Spirit Grill and bring big flavor to your backyard. Then set the scene with Hampton-based string lights that bring it all together. Shop spring backyard days for 7 days at the Home Depot. Now through May 6th. Exclusions apply. See HomeDepot.com/price match for details.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Cobb County is Atlanta's sweet spot and home of the Atlanta Braves. Cobb Travel and Tourism is your insider's guide to all there is to see and do in the area. For more information, visit travelcobb.org.
Make Brian Finner and John Michaels and me home team brand and leak your soundtrack at work weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Braves leading 6-1 on the Rockies into the bottom of the 4th inning alongside Nick Green and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. This will be Rumfield, Goodman, and Castro for the Rockies in the bottom of the 4th inning. Braves just plated 3 runs in the top of the inning. And here in the bottom of the 4th inning, the Tidal Wave Auto Spy inning. Pitch on the way to Rumfield. Ground ball out to second. You'll love to see this. Ozzie up with it. Takes an extra step or two, throws over to first base for the out, 1 down. Tidal Wave Auto Spies making Braves country clean car country all season long. If the Braves pitch a scoreless 4th inning tonight, Tidal Wave will offer half off any monthly unlimited watch membership tomorrow. Learn more at TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves. By the way, what you going to do with that wad of cash you won in the Derby pool?
You know, I still have to get paid by J-Chad, but I let you slide. J-Chad was going to give me a hard time earlier, so he's got to pay.
There's the ball high outside.
But I am very thankful for the winnings. I think it's more gratifying to see all the TV guys and gals pay me the money.
Yeah, they had to pay up. They tried to rig the thing, and you still got him in the end. 1-0 pitches outside. I don't even know if my horse finished the race.
You know, mine, I didn't even see mine until the end. And I didn't even know until you told me that I won. I had no idea. I was trying to find number 19. Couldn't find it until it crossed the finish line.
There's the 2-0 pitch on the way to Hunter Goodman. Goodman takes the ball low and in. Yeah, mine was a 52-1. My horse made yours look like a winged Pegasus. It took off.
Did we ever get the final results?
I don't know. I'll let you work on that. 3 balls and no strikes on Hunter Goodman. There's the pitch on the way from Sale. There's a ball outside. First walk allowed by Sale. It's a 1-out walk. Willie Castro come up to the plate. There's one little sliver of sunshine coming through a portal in the stadium down the left field line. And as Chris stands out there on the mound with shade all around him, it's as if there's a spotlight right on his back. Sun hitting Chris right in the back. He's illuminated by the setting sun down the left field line. Willie Castro swings and tips one into the middle of Drake Baldwin.
Okay, Ben. You ready? So there are 18 horses after the Great White got scratched.
Okay.
18th place, Pavlovia.
That's my horse. Oh, one low and inside. So my horse came in dead last. See, that's what they tried to do to me. I hope they're satisfied. I'm just glad that you won.
JJ, congratulations. Yours finished 6th place. Incredible.
Ed Pavlovian. I think he's on his way to the glue stick factory right now. 1-1 pitch. That'll be swung on and swung on and missed, but it just tipped the glove bat of Castro. Sale rubbing up a brand new baseball. Got a 5-run lead here in the bottom of the 4th. So the Braves turned 2 double plays last night. One right here will come along at the right time. Lead at first by Goodman. Sale deals. Ball low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chris blowing on his hand. Tall, lean frame. Standing on the third base side of the rubber. Good lead at first by Goodman, being held by Olson. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off into the seats of the second deck to our right. A few other final scores. Nationals were defeated today. Lost to the Brewers 4-1. Mentioned that the Marlins already beat the Phillies 4-0. Braves leading 6-1 here in Denver. 2-2 pitch. Sent foul all the way up into the third deck along the first base line. Mets are in Los Angeles facing the Angels. That game about to start. That's a glance around the division. Speaking of Los Angeles, the Dodgers are in St. Louis right now. They're losing 3-0 in the top of the 8th. Everybody in the West been scuffling a little bit here in the last 3-4 days. 2-2 fouled off again by Castro. Braves can win this game tonight. They'll remain undefeated in their series played to begin the season. This is the 11th series of the season. Braves have gone 9-0 with 1 split in the first 10. 2-2 got him swinging. Boy, that slider was darting in towards his leg, and he still pulled the trigger and missed it. And there's strikeout number 4 for Sale.
Yeah, that was a tough at-bat, too. Chris Sale had a tough time finishing Castro off. This one is that slider that starts outer third and finishes right by that right back knee of Castro. Filthy pitch.
2 down for the DH, Brett Sullivan. Left-handed hitter, 0-for-1 with a ground out to short. And he'll hit one in the air deep down the left field line towards the corner. Yastrzemski over there. That's a foul ball. Right outside the line, deep down the line. It could have been trouble. Instead, an 0-1 count on Sullivan. Six runs on 8 hits for the Braves, no errors. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Rockies. Sale at 56 pitches. Digging around out there on the rubber. Sullivan, 283 hitter. Left on left versus Sale. Check swing roller. Weekly out to third, coming in, gloving, and firing Riley. He's made that play 1,000,000 times. There's 1,000,001. And it's out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left. We go to the top of the 5th. Braves 6, Rockies 1.
Braves fans, when you listen to the game, you know there's more happening than what shows up on the box score. The same is true after a truck crash. These cases aren't like car accidents. Different rules, different playbook. I'm attorney John Foy, the strong arm. I know how trucking companies move fast to protect themselves and what they hope you never find out. If you've been hit by a big truck, you need someone who's ready to step up and swing for the fences. Make the right call. Attorney John Foy and Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Real Braves fans know a reliable outfield is key to winning games. Braves fans also know that when it comes to buying their next new vehicle, they can always rely on Landmark Auto Group. With Georgia's best deals on new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, and 3 convenient locations in Morrow, Atlanta, and Athens, you're never too far from a Landmark store. Or shop us online at shoplandmarkcars.com. Landmark Auto Group, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Always the best deal, always.
Hey guys, it's Ben Ingram. Have you noticed cracks in your walls or around your doors or windows? Or how about cracks in your bricks outside? That means it's time to pick up the phone and call the only foundation repair company in Atlanta with professional engineers on staff. Engineered Solutions of Georgia. They offer lifetime warranties from trusted professionals who will fix it right the first time. Don't wait until it's too late. Call 678-ESOG now.
678-ESOG now.
Want to make Mom the top banana at Truist Park next Sunday? A 4-pack of front row tickets could be yours. Enter now to win the baseball experience of a lifetime at 680thefan.com.
Rolling into the top of the 5th inning, Braves 6, Rockies 1. And today is a clean inning car wash celebration day at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Stop by any Tidal Wave location tomorrow. Get half off any unlimited wash membership for the first month. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for more information. Michael Harris will lead off. Mentioning that score of 6-1, if you're just now tuning in, it's been Drake Baldwin leading the parade tonight for the Braves. He had a 2-run homer in the first. He had an RBI single in the second, an RBI double in the fourth. He has 4 RBIs in a 3-for-3 night. He's a triple shy of the cycle. There's the pitch on the way to Michael Harris. There's a ball high. Look, if there's ever a place where a guy like Drake Baldwin could hit for the cycle, that triple, this is the right place. There's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Michael Harris. Harris takes a ball low and inside.
The only issue is how deep they're playing. If you look right now, Michael Harris, obviously left-hander, they are in right and left. It's literally 15 feet.
2-0, a rocket to deep right field, rising back to the wall, and that one hop's off the wall. I mean, he's squaring everything up. Michael will go into second base as the ball is dropped momentarily by Johnston. And if Michael is at full speed with a healthy quad, that's an easy double. He was just going to cruise into first base and take it easy on the leg. But on the carom off the wall, Johnston fumbled it. Harris saw that. Said, okay, cruise on into second, no problem.
And I mentioned how deep Johnson was in right field. Michael squares this up like he typically does this season, and it still burns Johnson in right field.
Listen to those Braves fans down there. Truist Park West out here in Denver. Here it is to Dubon. There's a called strike. Braves leading 6-1. Then we'll go single E9 on the ball put into play by Michael. There's a ground ball out to third, corralling that back of the bag. Karras fires over, gets him by a step. One out in the 5th inning. And that's the smart play by Michael, too. I mean, it's one thing if it's a tie game late. Maybe you see him dig it out. But no reason to throttle on more than you have to with that sore quad leading by 5 runs. Hit the ball so hard, my goodness. Pitch to Austin Riley. Ball outside. So Harris, with a 1-for-3 night thus far tonight, is 24 for his last 58. 6 homers and 17 RBIs in that span. 1-0 swung on, missed by Riley.
It's just good to see his confidence so high, too. And I think sometimes it takes guys a long time to get comfortable consistently. 162 games is a long, long time. You're going to have ups and downs.
1-1 outside, 2-1.
You don't want to ride the roller coaster that much. I think Michael, his confidence is always kind of high, but inside, you know when you're struggling. Right now, we're seeing on the outside showing how much confidence he has.
Norlander set right at the letters. Strides and deals. 2-1 unloaded on. Deep to left field, a no-doubter into the bleachers. Austin Riley just killed that thing, and it was on the move quickly over the wall. A 2-run homer by Austin, and it is 8-1 Braves in the 5th. 438 feet for Austin Riley. A couple of hits yesterday. Carries that over to today. Fastball middle of the plate. It just absolutely touched to left center field. What a good swing. That is his 4th home run of the season. RBIs 19 and 20. Yastrzemski takes the ball outside. Well, with what he did last night with the 2 hits and the sac fly, that was a good sign. It was kind of quietly a good sign for him with that walk in the 4th inning. And then that was pounded. 1-0 to Yastrzemski. In the air to left field. Beck going to drift back. He's there. Left fielder has it for the out. 2 down.
And we haven't seen Austin Riley square up high velocity in quite some time. We saw it yesterday, which was a great sign where he stayed inside the fastball that went down and in. This is a swing that he needs to have consistently, but he's got to have this approach that he's confident in to put that good swing on. We saw it right there.
2 down for Mateo. 6 swing. There's a called strike. Braves with 2 homers tonight. Both have been 2-run shots. Riley and Baldwin. A 1 swung on missed. By the way, per that conversation we were having about Baldwin and triples, he does have 2 in his career, and they both came last year.
All right, let's make it 3.
That'd be fun. Braves leading 8-1. Mateo takes the ball outside.
Tell you what, the Braves have done a really good job of finding the barrel off of Dolander, who's been so good so far.
There's the 1-2 pitch. There's a ball outside. Well, it goes back to something you and I were talking about last night, because Dolander has got a really good fastball. But the Braves are the best 4-seam hitting club this year. They're hitting .303 on fastballs. So this is strength on strength, and the hitters are winning. 2-2 to Mateo. Chop foul off the plate.
That goes back to the thoughts on Didier. When he's starting, he throws so many fastballs, even though it's good and hard. You have to mix things up. We're seeing it from Dolander here tonight.
2-2, ground ball over the mound. Second baseman Castro ranges to the other side of the infield, backhands and fires in time of the out. That ends the top of the 5th, but 2 more tallies for the Braves with a homer by Austin Riley, his 4th of the year. We're halfway home, Braves leading 8-1.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
At long last, all the greatest hits together on one compact disc with timeless classics like
The Lottery Just Paid. I finally got it made.
And who can forget the mega hit Big Money?
Big money, ain't it funny? The cash is raining down.
Minutes of pure listening pleasure.
I hit the jackpot and I got...
No one wants these hits, but everyone wants a nice hit of cash. Play the new hit family of scratchers from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Spring is back in Braves country, which means it's time to get your yard ready for the season ahead. Cookouts, backyard catch, friends and family together, your lawn is the backdrop to it all. So this season, get your lawn ready with Pennington and keep it strong all year long. As a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew, Pennington is all about thick, durable grass, built for life's big and small moments. Pennington grass seed, available at the Home Depot.
Omni Hotel at the Battery Atlanta, the official hotel partner of the Atlanta Braves, steps from Truist Park. Book now and take advantage of available rates and offers at omnihotels.com/Battery Atlanta.
This is Barrett Salee. Your phone calls are always welcome during the 680 wrap-up after every Braves game on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Well, if you go back to the 7th inning last night, the Braves have scored at least one run in 7 of their last 8 innings. They've scored in every inning but the 3rd tonight and lead 8-1 into the bottom of the 5th. Kyle Karros leads off. First pitch to him, swung on, fouled back. Braves scored 1 in the 7th last night, 4 in the 8th, 2 in the 9th. And they've kept that momentum rolling tonight with 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, none in the 3rd, but 3 in the 4th and 2 in the 5th. They have flattened the Rockies here in Denver tonight. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Kyle Karros. A little bit low and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Chris Sale at 59 pitches as he continues to work here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Karros 1 for 1 with a single. He swings and misses over the top of a changeup. He scored the only Rocky run. That was back in the 3rd inning. The 1-2 to Karros. Blow it in. I don't know how it missed him. Almost hit him in the foot. A 2-2 count. Homers tonight from Drake Baldwin and Austin Riley. Altogether, 10 hits for the Braves this evening. They've limited the Rockies to just 2. 2-2 to Karros. All outside, 3-2. One walk for Sale tonight, 4 strikeouts. Here's the payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. Leadoff walk in the 5th. Folks, you ever wonder what a home run tastes like? Well, Drake and Austin can tell you that it's a little peppery, a little tangy, and a lot like the original Louisiana hot sauce. That's the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. It's Louisiana hot. Buy you some. All right, so a leadoff walk. Here comes Ezekiel Tovar. He'll be followed by Troy Johnston. Big hole on the right side of the infield. And a ball inside of Tovar. Been a couple innings this season where Chris has lost command, then got it back on track. I think about, number 1, the inning in Anaheim where he was absolutely furious with himself. About as mad as I've ever seen him. There's a 1-0 pitch. There's a ball low. And then in a game against the Phillies, bases loaded, but struck out Harper. And that was a big moment in that game, and that's what really swung it towards the Braves as he locked back in and got that strikeout. 2-0 to Tovar. Outside, ball 3.
And you mentioned that inning against Philly. He got 2 outs pretty quick. Hit by pitch to Marchand. 3-1 count, base hit from Turner. A walk to Schwarber. Got behind 3-0 to Harper.
3-0 pitch. And ball 4. So back-to-back walks from Chris Sale here in the 5th.
And this feels like it's the same thing where he came out of his mechanics. He knew he did. And he said after the game, something clicked on the 3-0 pitch to Harper, and it locked back in. Now, can he do the same thing here today in this inning? Obviously, it's a different situation. They're up 8-1 right now. At that point against Harper, it was a bases-loaded jam he was in. It just absolutely overpowered him with a fastball. But something clicked in the mechanics, and the mechanics seem to be off right here as well.
Just got a visit from Drake Baldwin. See, now that's a really interesting way to put it. Thinking about it locking back in and losing it for a time. And we're not talking about a guy who's been in the big leagues for 2 years or fewer. We're talking about Chris Sale. There's Troy Johnston. First pitch to him. This is low, 1 ball and no strikes. And my point is, just shows you how challenging pitching in the big leagues is, or even a guy like Chris, who has accomplished everything there is to accomplish in this game, can for a short time lose the mechanics. And has to find a way to lock it back in. 1-0 pitch. There's a called strike. Got the sinker over.
And I think a lot of times, and I'm no pitching expert by any means, but the taller guys like Chris Sale, who his mechanics are a little wacky, to say the least, you have to keep things tight, and sometimes you get out of whack.
1-1 ground ball out to second. Ozzie has it to second. There's one. Jorge has to hold. Well, they cut down the lead runner, the middle runner, I should say, in Tovar on a 4-6 put out over to third base for Karros. And a fielder's choice for Johnston.
Not a great feed from Ozzie. He has to go backhand feed. Throws it into the baseline to Mateo, but I'm not sure they would have had Johnson anyway on the double play. This is a pitch that Chris Sale got away with. The slider did not break and caught way on the inside corner with a kind of a half swing. Kind of a gift of now.
Runners in the corners, one out for the leadoff hitter Jordan Beck, who's driven in the only Rocky run of the game. First pitch swinging, missed every stitch of that fastball. Braves leading 8-1. We're in the bottom of the 8th, but then again, this is Coors Field. And no lead is safe here. And the Braves trying to suppress this rally by the Rockies here in the 5th. Beck with an RBI double in the 3rd inning. The one fouled back the fastball. That came in 98. I mean, he was digging deep there.
Yeah, and it looks like he might have figured something out. The fastball, the last 3 of them have been really good. See where that slider comes into play.
Gotten ahead 0-2 on Jordan Beck. After Beck, it's Doyle. So to get out of this mess, got to go through the top 2 hitters in the order. Sales 0-2. And he goes down looking, just locked him up with a slider. Knee-buckling slider, and Beck couldn't believe it. And he hangs his head and walks back to the dugout. 2 down.
Just absolutely painted on the outside corner. And that pitch against the righty is basically impossible to stay with.
What are you supposed to do with that, Nick?
It starts behind a left-handed hitter and catches the outside corner.
That is filth. 2 down for Brenton Doyle. Sale starts him off with a slider low and inside. 8-1 Braves, bottom of the 5th. Brenton Doyle, 27 years old, 6'3", 225. Right-handed hitting center fielder. 1-0 from Sale. A swing and a miss at a change. Good depth on that one.
I like the changeup this year, too. And remember last year it was a basically fastball slider because he didn't have confidence in that changeup. And he's had a lot of success this year. And I think a lot of it has to do with being able to throw that changeup at times.
Sale's 1-1 pitch. Called strike, got another changeup over. Inning started with back-to-back walks, and now Sale one good pitch away from getting through this 5th inning unscathed. The 1-2 to the plate. High outside with a heater. Down level 2-2 on Doyle. Doyle 0 for 2 with a fly out to center and a strikeout swinging. Sale at 77 pitches. Cuts loose the 2-2. Zapped in. Fastball 98, swung on and missed. And Chris Sale solves the puzzle there in the 5th inning. What a display. Back-to-back walks and the fielder's choice. And then back-to-back Ks of Beck and Doyle at the top of the order. Masterclass by Sale. We go to the top of the 6th inning, 8-1 Braves.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit GeorgiaPower.com/myenergy to learn more.
For
Braves fans, everyone's first pick for ice cold refreshment is back at McDonald's. The Braves Frozen Fanta, a winning blend of Frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry and Frozen Fanta Wild Cherry. It's the MVP of flavor. And right now you can get a medium for only $1.99. That's what I call knocking your cravings out of the park for a grand slam of a deal. There are drinks, then there are drinks from McDonald's.
Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Are you passionate about healthcare? South College offers a Bachelor of Science or an Associate of Science in Nursing program that could be your path to making a real difference. And after completing your program, you'll be eligible to take the NCLEX RN exam. South College offers modern nursing labs, simulation labs with viewing rooms, computer labs, student centers, study areas, and more. Visit south.edu today to learn more about South College's Atlanta or Marietta campus. South College, where dreams find direction.
The radio home of the Atlanta Braves is everywhere. Watch our live in-studio camera, chat with other fans, or check out the best archive clips from our local shows by searching 680 The Fan on YouTube.
With the Braves leading comfortably 8-1, we go to the top of the sixth inning, top of the order, starting with Eli White. Eli is 1 for 1 with a single. It was a safety squeeze single where a run scored. He takes a called strike, and if you're just now tuning in, and you're hearing me talking about Eli White leading off and playing in right field, you might be wondering, okay, what happened to Ronald Acuna? Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Eli White. Eli takes the ball low and outside. Ronald got the start, of course, leading off, playing in right field, had a single in the first inning, scored a run. Then in the second inning, he had a ground ball to second, and coming out of the box, his hamstring grabbed him, and he left the game with hamstring tightness. 1-1 to Eli White. And a bouncer to short, charging in Tovar, gloves, sends it over. One down here in the sixth inning. This is the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. And at the Braves homer here in the sixth inning, our contestant, Vincent Canapelli from Lawrenceville, Georgia, will win $3,100. And if you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. One out for Drake Baldwin. First pitch to Drake, high and outside. Well, Drake hit a 2-run homer in the first inning, an RBI single in the second inning, an RBI double in the fourth inning. So 3 for 3 with 4 RBIs and 1 run scored. 1-1 over for a called strike. So he's a triple shy of the cycle. Mentioned that he hit 2 triples last season. And this is a ballpark that yields lots of triples compared to the average yard. One pitch. Swung on, missed. His 2 triples last season, one of them came on September 21st in a game at Detroit, and the other triple came 6 days later in a game at home against the Pirates. With 2 triples within 6 games. 1-2 pitch, low and into the backstop, 2-2.
Detroit's a good park to get a triple. And actually, Truist Park, you can get them too if you hit it off that wall and it bounces in towards center field when everybody's going to right center field. And we've seen Matt Olson do that a couple of times.
2-2 pitch. Inside 3-2. They get a tricky bounce off the bricks. Mm-hmm. Who knows where the ball's going to go? Rookie of the year in the National League last year. Batting .314 right now. 3-2 fouled off into the screen. Remember the last Brave to hit for the cycle?
Eddie Rosario?
Very good. 3-2. Outside ball 4. This will be challenged by Hunter Goodman. Looked outside from here. Let's see what the ABS says. ABS says that is a ball. Well, it's a walk for Baldwin. He's on again. Well, the good news is we're only in the 6th inning. He should have another crack at the triple, if that means anything to you.
Well, he's locked in.
Drake reaching for the fourth time tonight. Here comes Ozzie Albies. First pitch called strike. For Dolander, he's up to 89 pitches in the game, 55 strikes. They have right-hander Tanner Gordon warming up in the bullpen. 0-1 to Ozzie, just the outside corner. For the Rockies, this whole thing was derailed right out of the chute tonight. And I think they'd say probably because of the opener. Because Dolander is a starter, but they've been using an opener for him. And by the time he put his cleats on the rubber, he was already trailing 2-0. 1-1, killed but fouled deep down the right field line as he hooks it deep into the seats down there. And 1-2 count on Ozzie Albies. But by the time your best pitcher is on the mound, you're already behind in the game. And the Braves just kept pounding. Leading 8-1 in the top of the sixth inning. 1-2 to Ozzie. Up the middle. May find a hole. Base hit into center field. Baldwin around second. The throw out of center from Doyle goes to third. It's up the third baseline where Karros plays it on a bounce. So first to third for Baldwin on the base hit by Ozzie Albies. Ozzie's second hit of the game.
Nice job by Drake Baldwin as well on the bases, knowing how deep they're playing in the outfield. Brenton Doyle's got a good arm, but he's playing so deep that Drake was able to go first to third. And going back to the point about Dolander, Ben, coming in this game, and I'm not sure how much this had to do with the lack of success he's had tonight, but he comes in with a runner on third base after 2 runs are scored. It's high leverage straight from the chute.
Yes.
So it's high stress from pitch 1 of the game for him.
They're at the corners for Matt Olson. First pitch in a called strike. And I understand the logic sometimes for the openers. I mean, it's one thing if you have a guy, an opener, who has terrific numbers. And it wasn't like Bernardino came in here lighting the world on fire. 0-1 to Olson. Low and outside, 1-1.
But also think about when we had Jesse Chavez. We had to start him as an opener because there just were no other options. It's not like that option here is not there.
Yes. Runners at the corners, 1 out for Olson. And Olson pops it up, back of third towards foul territory. Karros at the railing makes the catch. 2 away here in the top of the sixth inning. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Atlanta Braves radio network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
8-1 Braves, top of the sixth inning, alongside Nick Green. Ben Ingram here with you from Coors Field in Denver. Bat in the hands of Michael Harris. He laced one off the wall in right field back in the fifth inning and also scored a run. RBI opportunity for Michael. He has 22 RBIs this season. They're at the corners with 2 down. Dolander brings it. Sent foul into the screen along the third baseline. Not to speak for Dolander by any means, but I'm just trying to think along with maybe a starting pitcher's mentality. I would think you'd want the entire runway in front of you. Clear, it's your game, here's the ball, and you start the thing. And that's the way the game's been played for over a century. Ozzie, big lead. He takes off. Swung on a miss by Harris. Throw down to second base, and they got Ozzie. And that's how the top of the sixth inning ends. Ozzie Albies cut down. Let's see if the Braves want to look at it. Walt Weiss holds up his hand. And this will not be reviewed. That ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning, 8-1 Braves.
Attention Braves fans, we have a major announcement. Tire Discounters is back as the tire retailer partner of the Braves. Here's their Stasi jingle. Sorry to interrupt, but all of us at Tire Discounters are really excited because if the Braves hit a home run, we're giving all the fans a great deal. Cash off on select tires and free alignment. And a free oil change. Okay, roll it. See store for details.
Hey Braves fans, spring and warm weather are officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Aero Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Aero Exterminators protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Atlanta Braves, so you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit aeroexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or visit aeroexterminators.com.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Now, get the Hyundai Tucson for 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days. Visit your local Hyundai dealer. Offers end June 1st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
For game-changing performance on the field to getting things done around the house, doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how doers get more done.
Want to make Mom the top banana at Truist Park next Sunday? A 4-pack of front row tickets could be yours. Enter now to win the baseball experience of a lifetime at 680thefan.com.
Braves 8, Rockies 1 into the bottom of the 6th inning. Big crowd on a Saturday night. Gorgeous evening in downtown Denver. Clear skies, setting sun down the left field line. Sun has just about completely disappeared. Here comes T.J. Rumfield. First pitch on the way from Chris Sale. That's in for a called strike. Just a little bit of afterglow left from the sunshine off in the western skies. This is a really big Saturday night crowd. And a ton of Braves fans here to enjoy it. 0-1 to Rumfield. A little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. 8 runs on 11 hits for the Braves. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for the Rockies. Out back, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Final game of this series will be tomorrow. Kyle Freeland, the left-hander, goes for the Rockies. Braves have not announced a starter yet, but we're anticipating that coming after the game, and it being Spencer Strider. And that would be very exciting, especially if the series is 2-0 and a chance to sweep tomorrow. Feeling good about that right now, leading 8-1. 1-2 pitch, check swing, he definitely went. That frisbee slider buckled his knees. That's $1 million pitch by Chris. 1 down here in the 6th inning. 7 strikeouts for Sale.
Such a tough pitch to lay off, especially for a left-handed hitter.
1 out in the 6th inning for Hunter Goodman. Bearded left-hander Sale goes back to work. Goodman a lunge and a miss at a changeup. Goodman way out on the front foot as that thing just died of exhaustion on the way to the plate. 0-1 on Hunter Goodman, 254 hitter. 0-1, a swing and a miss, doubled up on the change.
He's been really good with that changeup the last inning or so. And when he was in trouble in the 5th, Drake tried to go to that pitch, try to get back on track. It didn't necessarily work, but I like the idea. And that changeup has been successful, has gotten a ton of chase down at the bottom of the zone. It's been located well all season long.
3 straight strikeouts for Sale going back to last inning. 0-2 to Goodman, and he's toast. 3 straight changeups, and that solves Goodman. 4 straight strikeouts for Sale. He has 8 in the game and 2 down in the 6th inning. Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves with America's largest network of parts and care. Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. Willie Castro has caught the breeze twice tonight. Went down swinging in the 2nd, went down swinging in the 4th. First pitch and a ground ball to 2nd. Ozzie glides left, gloves and fires. There's a 1-2-3 6th inning. Chris just mowed him down. 1-2-3 frame for the 3rd time of the game. We're off to the top of the 7th. Braves 8, Rockies 1.
Nothing is quite as American as supporting the home team. At Quikrete, it's what we've been doing for over 80 years, making products that give homeowners and contractors the confidence to quickly and easily knock out their to-do list. So, whether you need to set a fence post, make a repair, or replace your patio, you can count on the yellow bag of Quikrete concrete mix to help you get the job done right. Pick up the Quikrete yellow bag at your favorite home improvement center. Quikrete, it's what America's made of.
Braves fans, when you listen to the game, you know there's more happening than what shows up in the box score. The same is true after a truck crash. These cases aren't like car accidents. Different rules, different playbook. I'm attorney John Foy, the strong arm. I know how trucking companies move fast to protect themselves and what they hope you never find out. If you've been hit by a big truck, you need someone who's ready to step up and swing for the fences. Make the right call. Attorney John Foy & Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
I remember the hard road that led to this moment.
And the MLB Comeback Player of the Year is Atlanta Braves pitcher Johnny Venters.
Every day I work towards a better future for my family, my teammates, and my community. Having a setback in life can be devastating, but each challenge is a setup for your strongest comeback.
Braves win!
That's why I trust Globe Life. For over 125 years, they have been helping families protect their financial future. Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
Start your weekend with the Buck Belue Show with me, Kelly Krall, Saturday mornings from 9 to noon on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Braves have an 8-1 lead into the top of the seventh here at Coors Field. The new right-hander on the mound for the Rockies going to be Tanner Gordon, his fourth game of the year. He's 0-0 with a 7.36 ERA. He pitched last Tuesday against Cincinnati, allowed 3 earned runs and 3 innings of work. 9 earned in his last 7 innings of work over the last 2 appearances.
There to greet him, Michael Harris. Harris was up to the plate when Ozzie Albies was caught stealing to end the 6th inning. There's a first pitch strike. Alongside Nick Green, Ben Ingram here with you, and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Then all Braves tonight. 8-1 Braves in the top of the 7th. 0-1 to Harris. Chased a high limb, missed that fastball, 0-2. Harris requests time. Idles outside the batter's box wearing peach cleats tonight. Matching that peach-colored sleeve on his right arm. Hoists the bat back of his left ear. 0-2 pitch. Just outside with a curveball. Gordon's 1-2. Harris pulls it foul on the right field line. Talking about that potential pitching matchup tomorrow. Know that Freeland will be going for the Rockies, and we're talking about the potential for Strider to go tomorrow. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Reach and a miss by Harris. Got him with a changeup, 1 down. How excited are you for that potential matchup and seeing Strider for the first time?
Yeah, I'm excited. I think that it's one of those situations where last year did not go well for Spencer Strider. Goes to spring training, starts to feel good. Now the oblique pops up. Can you regain some of the things you wanted to work on that rehab assignment? I think he did. It looked pretty good.
Dubon takes a called strike.
I'm also excited, too, when you watched him pitch last year, it was velo dip after about the 3rd inning. He kept going down every inning past the 3rd, right?
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Stroke to the air towards the gap in left center field, over to his left back. And he'll make the catch out in deep left center, 2 down.
And I just was doing research on this earlier today. His last outing in Gwinnett, he held velo for 5 full innings.
That's a great sign.
And that is a great, great sign for him. So I'm excited to see what he can do here. I think he's going to be in a pretty good spot where they have a chance to sweep the series, too.
Any day you get a healthy starting pitcher back, that's always big. There's a called strike on Austin Riley. Coming up, it'll be the 7th inning stretch brought to you by the Warrior Alliance. The Warrior Alliance is stepping up to the plate to help Warriors navigate to success after military service. Visit thewarrioralliance.org to learn more. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Riley. Riley swings, gets a piece of it, fouled off a slider. Austin hit one out of the county back in the 5th inning. 2-run homer.
Did you see the smile on his face in the dugout? It was so good to see because we haven't seen that hardly at all over the past couple of weeks, even the entire season, really.
1-2 is low, 1-2. Yeah, I bet he was grinning ear to ear after that home run.
But that joy of doing what you love and doing it well after not doing it so well, I can't tell you how good that feels.
1-2, he swings and misses at a changeup for strike 3. It's a 1-2-3-7 put together by Gordon. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Braves 8, Rockies 1.
What up, Braves fans? Joe Button here to talk to you about my favorite part of the game, PrizePicks. Swing into action this baseball season with PrizePicks, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. PrizePicks started in the A, so you know we had to show love to the home team. Plus, it's the best app for making all your sports picks.
Download the PrizePicks app today and use code BRAVES and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code BRAVES on PrizePicks and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. PrizePicks.
Must be present in certain states. Visit PrizePicks.com for restrictions and details.
You smell that? Spring. Hibernation's over. It's time to run it. Run it until the grass becomes long and the hedges duck and cover. Then, run it again. Still, get up to $50 off select AK battery tool sets. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
How cool are deals on the whole Toyota lineup at the Summer Starts Here sales event? Cooler than your kid calling you cool and meaning it. Yeah, that cool. Summer has never been cooler. Lease a new 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $289 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through June 1st, 2026. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $42.88 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details. Toyota. Let's go places.
The original Louisiana hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves, with a balance of heat and flavor that always hits. Buy you some.
Tune in every weekday morning at 7:45 for Atlanta Braves Today. And listen for your chance to win a pair of Brave tickets on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Braves all over the Rockies tonight. It's 8-1 into the bottom of the seventh. Ben, Nick, and JC with you. Chris Sale back out there in the bottom of the seventh. It'll be Sullivan, Karros, and Tovar, 6, 7, and 8 in the order. Chris Sale at 86 pitches, number 87, pulled through the right side, base it into right field. Brett Sullivan now 1 for 3 with a leadoff single. Something that you and I are discussing in between innings, Nick, is how good Sale has been here in this last 4 or 5 starts. Go back to that start that he had versus the Angels. Wasn't his best stuff since then. He's been great. But also a common part of that with all these starts, he's had some extra rest. And a lot of these starts, 1 day of extra rest, sometimes as many as 3 days of extra rest. Here's Kyle Karros. Sale's first pitch low and inside. And the numbers when Sale goes with at least 1 day of extra rest have been very good for him.
Yeah, it's been great. And that's kind of what the Braves did when they got him over. Obviously, you want to keep him healthy throughout the course of the year. He had health issues when he got over. Just couldn't stay healthy consistently.
Karros sends it foul into the third deck down the first base line.
But the Braves have done a great job of pushing guys, using the off days, finding ways to get him extra rest. Today, he's pitching on 5 days rest. It's the 5th time this year. Before tonight, 4 times on 5+ days of rest, a .72 ERA. And that's kind of been the theme the entire time he's been here with Atlanta.
1-1 to Karros outside. And that would be the case in his next start, because you got tomorrow in the final game here in Colorado, 3 in Seattle, then an off day in LA. So those are 5 days before he would go in game 1 versus the Dodgers.
Yep. And I think they did that when they set the rotation up too. They know what's happening and they know how to keep him healthy and how important that is.
It's 2-1. Missed outside with a changeup, 3 balls and a strike. Braves have a little bit of action stirring in the bullpen. Chris would love to finish 7 full frames. He's at 91 pitches. Braves leading 8-1 in the bottom of the 7th. It's 3-1 to Karros. Out off into the screen.
You know, Ben, the other thing with that whole situation is Chris Sale's been pitching a long time. Can you get him to buy in on the reasoning behind that? Because a lot of starters want to pitch every 5 days, and that's just what they want to do and how they're accustomed to doing things. And for him, I feel like that's where he was at one point in his career. And now at his age and this stage of his career, it's a great thing to get that extra day of rest. I think he's bought in.
3-2. Struck him out. Put him on a tilt-a-whirl with that slider. Just spun him all the way around. And 1 down here in the 7th inning. Well, he knows what he stands to gain with that extra day of rest, and therefore what the team stands to gain.
He's a team player, man. And coming over here, you heard all the stories about him being crazy and tearing things up and slamming bats and breaking telephones and all that stuff. he has been fantastic over here.
He has. Went out for Ezekiel Tovar. Been fouled on the right field line. If you're listening to our pregame show earlier today, you heard our Walt Weiss report. And when I was visiting with Walt, and I love Walt. I mean, he's just going to tell you how it is. And I said, look, there's so many things to like about Chris Sale. He's a gamer. He's done it for years. He's accomplished so many things in this game. It's great to have around younger players. Great to have in the clubhouse all together. One pitch high and outside. And I said, of all the things you could say, what's your favorite thing about Chris Sale? And his immediate answer was, he's not a diva. Mm-hmm. And with everything that he's accomplished, he would have the right to kind of peacock around as much as he wants and get things to go his way. He's not that guy. There's the 1-1 pitch. Tovar sends it foul. And I just love that was the first thing that Walt pointed to. And that tells you, if that guy's going to act the way that he does, then that's how everybody should be acting.
Well, did you see the other day he had the quote talking about J.R. Ritchie? That he's been talking about J.R. Ritchie since last year while he was on rehab. And he said, if you don't believe me, you can ask my wife. That's how much he cares about his teammates.
1-2, swung on, miss, strike 3. There's 10 strikeouts for Chris Sale. Fastball 96 on his 97th pitch of the game.
You'll love this. First time all year he's had 10 punch outs and just straight up gasses up Tovar.
You can see the finish line now. Dylan Lee is up and tossing in the Braves bullpen now. Chris just wants to get this man Johnston and put 7 full innings in the book. First pitch to Johnston. That missed. 1 ball, no strikes. This will be challenged by Drake Baldwin. Drake confident that was a strike. And the ABS says that is a strike. Not the entire ball was in the zone. 0-1.
A lot of the ABS challenges today have been at the bottom of the zone.
Johnston, number 9 hitter in the order. 0-1 from Sale. Check swing. He went 0-2. He can smell blood in the water now. He'd love to finish this thing off with 1 more strikeout. Sale with 10 strikeouts. Way ahead of Johnston, 0-2. The 0-2. Struck foul into the seats down the left field line. The average baseball game has 9 innings. That means 9 chances to put the original Louisiana hot sauce on all your favorite ballpark eats. All tastier with the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. It's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. Sale at 100 pitches. Looking for 1 more good bullet to slam the door on the Rockies in the 7th. 0-2 to Johnston. Fouled back. Just did touch that 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Chris takes his left hand, mops his forehead, and rubs up the baseball. Tall, lean, bearded left-hander, taking his left leg and digging it into the third base side of the rubber. Ahead 0-2. Here it comes. Down he goes. He just bit the dust on that slider. Strikeout number 11 for Chris Sale, who turned in 7 brilliant innings tonight here in Colorado. In the 7th for the Rockies, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left, and they love him down that third base line as the Braves fans stand and applaud as he disappears into the dugout. Into the 8th, Braves leading 8-1.
This is Kevin Swanson, business manager of IBEW Local 613. If you're an experienced electrician, then you've heard about the IBEW. Maybe you heard that it's not for you or that you should stay where you are. Well, there's a reason why over 5,500 electricians are members of IBEW Local 613, and a reason that we build the most important projects in Atlanta. Talk to our members, look at our working agreement for our wages, benefits, and job site conditions. You don't guess in this trade, you look for yourself. Go to IBEW613.org.
Whatever your passion, South College can help you succeed doing something you truly love. For me, that's surgical technology. Surgical technologists are vital to surgeons and an essential part of the surgical team. The South College Associate of Science and Surgical Technology program is designed to provide students with training to help care for patients, prepare surgical supplies, maintain aseptic conditions before and during surgery, and assist surgeons during surgical procedures. To find out more about South College's Atlanta or Marietta campus, visit south.edu. South College, where dreams find direction. plan.
Hey, this is Jaron Solomon from Solomon Brothers Jewelers. People ask me all the time, what does it mean to be the preferred jeweler of the Atlanta Braves? And it means a lot to the Solomon family. I'm born and raised here in Atlanta, Georgia, and more importantly, I'm a Southeast kid. And the Atlanta Braves have meant everything to me growing up. They're a fabric of their community. We believe we're a fabric of this community. And being associated with the Atlanta Braves has truly been an honor, and we really appreciate it. Go Braves.
Want to make mom the top banana at Truist Park next Sunday? A 4-pack of front row tickets could be yours. Enter now to win the baseball experience of a lifetime at 680thefan.com.
Into the top of the 8th, Mike Yastrzemski leads off, takes a called strike. Braves leading the Rockies 8-1. High fives all the way around for Chris Sale. Once he went down the steps of the dugout. 7 innings, 11 strikeouts for Chris. There's a ball poked to second. Off the bat of Yastrzemski. Up with it, Castro throws over to Rumfield and a 4-3 putout. And one down here in the 8th inning. But Chris, just like a masterful, experienced matador tonight. He was dazzling out there. And the Rockies just couldn't touch him. Got some good defense behind him early. And he really kicked it into another gear after the back-to-back walks in the 5th inning. Mateo takes the ball low and inside. Got the fielder's choice for an out, then struck out the top 2 hitters in the order. And that was just another special night for Chris Sale. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Jorge Mateo. Mateo launches one deep down the left field line, but that hook's foul. And off into the seats, 1-1. We mentioned this earlier for Chris. Coors Field, one of 7 current Major League stadiums he's never earned a win in. I like his chances tonight. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Mateo goes in the dirt for that one, missed the slider. And it would be something if Chris could also get a win in his next start at Dodger Stadium, because in the regular season, he has no wins there. Of course, we have the World Series from 2018. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Mateo takes a called third strike. Painted a fastball. Down in the 8th. Correction, 2 down in the 8th. Talking about the really good defense behind Chris Sale tonight. One of the plays was made by Mauricio Dubon. Eli White swings and misses. If you're listening earlier in the game, Mauricio Dubon made simply an incredible catch where he fearlessly, at top speed, went face first into the center field wall. There's a ball low and outside. Made a catch, and then immediately after the ball hitting the leather, he went into the wall and held on. And some folks on X have been circulating a picture from that play that was just recently sent to me. 1-1, a bouncer out to third, taken by Karros, unloads across the diamond, and there is out number 3. But Dubon hit the wall so hard, and his face went right up against the padded wall, that his eye black left a black strip on the wall up there in center. That's how hard he hit it. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, 8-1 Braves.
Imagine parking your Lexus NX in front of a cafe, but you're not in the driver's seat. You're outside, virtually parking it with your phone. As your finger glides over the touchscreen, the NX makes another precision move. The Lexus NX, featuring available advanced park with remote park. Any car that doesn't offer this sense of control is a car that stops short of amazing. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Always pay attention to vehicle surroundings during use. Remote park requires operator to have key fob and interact with compatible smartphone. Review owner's manual instructions before operating.
As the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves, the original Louisiana hot sauce is here to make sure all your favorite ballpark eats can't be beat. It's like a beautifully balanced 5-tool power hitter, made with peppers, vinegar, and salt. Bringing the right kind of heat for whatever's going on the grill. Hot dogs, burgers, and all those fully loaded brats. Grab the original Louisiana hot sauce for a taste that always hits. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy.
Save time during your workday commute when you rely on your smartphone. Get real-time traffic reports from the app of your choice while you listen to the radio home of the Braves, only on the Fan app.
It'll be Dylan Lee on the mound for the Braves. His 16th appearance of the season as we're into the bottom of the 8th inning. 8-1 Braves lead. Last time we saw Dylan was on Wednesday against Detroit. 1 2/3 of shutout baseball, punch-out 4. He has a 1.23 ERA. Only allowed 2 earned runs and 14 2/3 on the year.
This first pitch, a ball low and inside to Jordan Beck. This is also the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. Tell you about our contestant in a moment. One over from Lee. That arcs its way into the seats down the right field line. If the Braves strike out the side in order this inning, our contestant Larry Odom will be the winner of a brand new Yanmar ZTR. Enter all season long at braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win a Yanmar ZTR and to be entered for a grand prize tractor drawing at the end of the season. Yanmar built together, back longer. There's a ball low and inside.
I wonder when Dylan Lee is going to get the credit he deserves. He's one of the best lefty relievers in the game, and I think it's kind of underrated.
2-1 fouled off. I'll tell you this much. He gets the credit from the radio booth because it's just a blast to see what he's done in his career, climbing the ladder into more and more higher leverage positions and becoming the dominant pitcher that he is.
And it's kind of like he grinded through to get to the spot he's in, and you look at the stuff and you felt like it wasn't necessarily overwhelming, and he had to get results to prove that he belonged in these situations.
2-2 fouled off. He's come a long way since he was, DFA'd by the Marlins. That was 5-6 years ago.
That's amazing.
Two to Beck. Struck him out. He used a changeup that was tipped in the mid. And a good start for our contestant, Larry Odom, in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. Speaking of strikeouts, how many did Sale strike out that last trip through?
So he punched out 11, and you talked about that 5th inning where he kind of lost command there for a minute. He gets the ground out of Johnson and then punched out 7 of the last 9 hitters he faced.
Well, that's finishing strong. Brenton Doyle, the batter. First pitch slider misses. 1 ball and no strikes. Braves 8, Rockies 1. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1-0 pitch pulled foul on the third baseline. Braves have been on him tonight since they said play ball. I mean, jumped all over. Single by Acuna, homer by Baldwin, first 2 batters of the game. And the Braves scored 2 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth. That'll be swung on and missed by Doyle. And a 1-2 count. Lefty Lee now steps off the rubber after timeout called by Doyle. One-two fouled off. Into the seats down the right field line.
And everybody talks about Dylan Lee in that slider. That's the pitch he leads with, his best pitch clearly, but that changeup has been a massive difference maker for him.
It's a pitch that's gotten better and better. 1-2 to Doyle in the dirt with a slider. The only man in the order without a strikeout tonight is the designated hitter Brent Sullivan. He's gone 1 for 3. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that just missed low. That's like a good changeup, 3-2. I'm glad I'm not doing Rockies radio for obvious reasons, but if I were and had to give a player of the game, I guess you'd have to give it to Brett Sullivan because he's the only guy who didn't strike out tonight. 3-2 pitch. Hot shot out to Ozzie at second. Takes it on a swift bounce. Goes over to first for the out. 2 down. So no winner in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning, but Larry Odom. Thank you for being out there, and we appreciate you playing. 2 down for TJ Rumfield. The game tomorrow, final game of the series, at 3:10 Eastern, first pitch. That starts up at 1:10 local Mountain Time here in Denver. Rumfield to the fly ball to deep center. Dubon tracking, backpedaling, he's under it. And makes the catch right at the edge of the warning track. And down they go, 1-2-3 versus Lee in the 8th. We go to the 9th. Braves 8, Rockies 1.
It came from outer space.
No, it came from Grindhouse Killer Burgers.
The taste is out of this world.
Well, the taste is, but they're from Atlanta and now at Truist Park.
They are burgers you could die for.
But please don't. You can find Grindhouse Killer Burgers at Truist Park in the Outfield Market, sections 315 and 335. And now in the West End by the Works, or at one of the other 5 Atlanta and Athens locations. You can even book our food truck to bring Grindhouse to your next event. Grindhouse Killer Burgers.
Live fast.
Eat well.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military. And the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org. Helping warriors navigate to success after service.
Oil lights never come on at a good time.
Oh, come on!
You got enough to juggle, so let Take 5 Oil Change handle it. Drive in and let our techs change your oil, check your tires, top off your fluids, and have you back on the road. It's stop fast. All while you stay in your car. No putting your entire schedule on hold, no upsells, no problem. Take 5 has a special offer to our Atlanta and Charlotte area fans. Wear your Braves gear on Tuesdays to get 25% off your oil change. Find your nearest shop at take5.com.
Your smart speaker can help make the workday fly by or keep you company before the Braves take the field. Tell your smart speaker, play 680 The Fan.
8 innings behind us. We go to the top of the 9th inning. All Braves leading 8-1. It'll be Baldwin, Albies, and Olsen. So one more crack at this for Drake Baldwin. He has singled, he has doubled, he has homered, and he's a triple from the cycle. He also walked in the 6th inning. He has 4 RBIs. And this is still the right-hander Gordon on the mound for the Rockies. Baldwin takes the ball outside. That homer that Drake hit in the 1st inning, his 8th of the year. The double was his 5th of the season. 1 over for a strike. He's got the average of 314. 1-1 misses low, 2 balls and a strike. Hunter Stratton tossing in the Braves bullpen, so we could see him for the 9th. Middle 3 due up with the Rockies in the bottom of the 9th inning. Braves will carry at least a 7-run lead into the bottom of the 9th. 2-1 pitch. Touch the outside corner with a fastball.
And I thought that might be a ball.
Tell you what, it's been a while since we arrived in the 9th inning, and the Braves still had 2 ABS challenges left. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Inside 3-2. Braves have out-hit them 11-3. Out-homered the Rockies 2-0. They're leading 8-1. Here's Gordon's 3-2. Swung on, missed. It's the first time they've gotten Drake tonight. 1 down here in the 9th inning. We were talking about Chris Sale in between innings, and you gave a really good breakdown that I'd love for you to share with our listeners about all the strikeouts. He had 11 strikeouts, but it's not like he was a 1-trick or even 2-trick pony.
No, and he had 20 swings and misses. I think that's a big deal for him. Obviously, he can be more efficient at times and pitch to contact, but he had 7 whiffs on the fastball, 7 on the slider, and 6 on the change.
That's mixing it up right there.
And I mentioned that. Yeah, I mentioned that changeup earlier today too, and I think that pitch is a difference maker in certain situations. We saw a 3-pitch strikeout.
0-1 to Ozzie, reach and a miss, 0-2.
Of Hunter Goodman, and it was 3 straight changeups. once you're able to get guys thinking that changeup is a legit pitch you have to honor, then it makes it that much more difficult to face a guy like Chris Sale and be comfortable eliminating a pitch.
0-2 pitch. Ozzie pulls it out to first. Backhanded by Rumfield. Underhand feed to the bag. Gordon's there. 2 down. Two down for Matt Olson. Really the only ounce of bad news that has come tonight was Ronald Acuna leaving the game in the second inning with hamstring tightness. That was on a ground ball to second. He was trying to get down the line. About a third of the way down the line. Came up hobbling on the leg. Olson check swing. Look out. That hits the railing of the Braves dugout. Everybody's all right. 0-1. Dominic Smith on deck right now. He'd be pinch hitting for Michael Harris should that turn of the order come up. But you want to stick around after the game for the Hyundai postgame show. Barrett Sallee will be your host. Throw one to Olson. And a check swing, tap foul on the first base line. And, of course, he'll take you through all the highlights of the game and hear from Walt after the game. And I'm sure he'll address tomorrow's starting pitching situation. And we're expecting it to be Spencer Strider. We'd imagine that'd be made official after the game. And also the latest update on Ronald Acuna if there is one. So stick around after the game for the Hyundai postgame show as Barrett will have you in good shape with all that information. 0-2 on the way to Matt Olson. All outside, 1-2. Matt's made contact 4 times. Nothing to show for it, though. Fly out, ground out, another fly out, and then a pop out. 1-2, and then fouled off down the left field line. A little bit late on the fastball. Tonight's announced crowd on a Saturday night, 38,569. 1-2 pitches low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. They announced 23,000 last night, so really big crowd tonight. And the folks in purple and black haven't had a whole lot to be excited about. 2-2. Olson takes the ball low and outside.
Well, the question is how many are in purple and black and how many are in red and blue?
Well, if volume alone counts for anything, I'd say it's 70-30 Braves fans. That's what it sounds like. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And that is pulled with power a mile high to deep right field, way off into Earth's atmosphere, and a home run by Olson. What a magnificent blow that was to deep right. And he hits home run number 299 in his career. And it's 9-1 Braves on his 11th home run of the year. That thing had ice on it when it came down.
What a great at-bat, too. Earlier in the count, a couple of tough changeups, a couple of weak swings from Matt Olson. Gets to 3-2, tries to go back to the changeup again. Misses up and in, and that ball does not come back. Number 11 on the season, back-to-back days with a homer for Matt Olson.
414 feet, they say, off his bat at 110 miles an hour. That thing just disappeared into the night. Here's Dominic Smith, the pinch hit. Check swing. Did not go. 1-0. 3 homers tonight for the Braves. Baldwin, Riley, and Olson. That's the usual suspects tonight. 1-0 pitch. Dominic Smith takes the ball low and inside. I mean, does he hit some pretty home runs or what?
You know, I love the finish. I think you expect the big-time long home run, the majestic home run from a guy like Matt Olson, but the way he finishes when he knows it's gone is so pretty.
Called strike on Smith. Bases empty, 2 down, 9-1 Braves in the ninth. 2-1 fouled off by Dominic Smith.
Ben, you want to know how impressive this offense has been? The Braves are looking at 18 wins in their last 23 games. They've scored 5 or more runs in 16 of the 23 games.
Man, what a great number.
You score 5, you typically win.
2-2 pitch in the air to center. Dahl going to go back. And it He'll run it down out in deep center field. Made the catch and then circled off his route out there on the warning track. That is the top of the ninth. That makes your starting pitchers feel good, too, knowing they're going to get that many runs every night.
Feels great.
We go to the bottom of the ninth. Braves 9, Rockies 1.
Hi, it's Chuck Dowdle. If you're ready for a better checking account, my friends at Georgia's Own Credit Union can help. Open an all-access checking account from Georgia's Own, and you'll get access to more than 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, and get paid up to 2 days early. Best of all, for a limited time, earn a welcome bonus when you open a new all-access checking account. To learn more, visit georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
Georgia's Own is federally insured by the NCUA. Restrictions apply. Visit georgiasown.org for complete details.
1966. Two legends rolled onto the scene. The Atlanta Braves and the Ford Bronco SUV. Same relentless drive. Same legendary grit.
This is Michael Harris II. Go deep on your next adventure with the power and off-road capability of a Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV. For great offers, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
Bronco and Bronco Sport are trademarks of Ford or its affiliates. All rights reserved.
They call this one Bill.
Whoa, aliens? Am I in a spaceship?
Affirmative, Bill.
What's with the laser saw?
An Xfinity mobile transmission says you can cut your bill in half.
Oh, your mobile bill, not me, Bill.
Xfinity Internet members, cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. Learn more at XfinityMobile.com. Restrictions apply. Savings compares one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees, extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
Get a nice hit of cash with the new Hit family of scratchers from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
Want to make Mom the top banana at Truist Park next Sunday? A 4-pack of front row tickets could be yours. Enter now to win the baseball experience of a lifetime at 680thefan.com.
After Matt Olson's 11th home run in the top of the inning, we're into the bottom of the ninth. Hunter Stratton's on, the right-hander, 6'4", 225 pounds. Recalled yesterday, making his first appearance at the big league level this year. Last year, 15 games with Atlanta and Pittsburgh, a 5.21 ERA.
Hunter Goodman climbs in to greet him. Braves leading 9-1. Goodman takes the ball low and outside. The Braves got 7 innings out of Chris Sale. He gave up 1 run on 3 hits. Walked 3, struck out 11. Season best for him. Then Dylan Lee had a 1-2-3-8 with a strikeout. 1-0 to Goodman. Popped up back our way and foul. Ball to strike on the Rocky catcher. Just up and in, 2 balls and a strike. Not much of a breeze here tonight. Been a very comfortable evening. Really pretty out there on the scoreboard. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Goodman lets it foul. Make it 2-2 on him. Man up in the upper tank in the front row had it come to him, and he dropped it. Then he went down into the seats below.
That might be the only chance you ever get.
2-2 on Hunter Goodman. Here it comes from Stratton. Hit deep but foul, sliced down the right field line. Speaking of foul balls, I hope you're ready for Seattle, Nick Green.
What do we got?
We're a target in that booth. So just make sure your eyes are on the field. We've had some close calls in that booth. There's the 2-2 pitch. Goodman fouls one back our way, just to our right. I told you got to keep your eyes on the field. That was just to our right. That went into
CJ and Brandon.
CJ's booth.
Brandon's got it. You know he ran out of the way.
Yeah, he did. 2-2 pitch. Here's a pop-up. Foul ground, third base side. Riley to the railing, and he is out of room. I'm glad they finally got one. Brandon told me earlier this year all the close calls he's had.
All right, shockingly, he did not get out of the way, but it wasn't exactly towards him.
Yeah, it was out of his reach.
And CJ was nice enough to give it to him.
2. Swing and a miss with a slider for strike 3. 1 down in the 9th inning. If that had come any closer, he'd have needed a helmet on over there to protect himself. That's good training for Seattle. I'm telling you, we had a series up there a few years back where I feel like we got at least 1, maybe 2 in the same series. That shot off the mound, out past Mateo, who was ready for a ground ball. Then when it kicked off the mound, it went lining over his head. And he couldn't reach it. It's a base hit for Willie Castro. 1 down here in the 9th inning with a runner at first. Chad reminded me we had 2 in 1 series, 2 foul balls in 1 series into our booth. Wow. And one of them left a hole in the wall right behind where we sit, and we all signed it. I think it's still there. Somebody sent me a picture from there last year when they were there. I think it was the Marlins guys. Sullivan takes a strike in the outside corner.
I feel like you can't patch that stuff. You have to leave it.
Yeah, it tells a story.
Yeah.
Especially the visiting booth. What's the home team care about the visiting booth? Nothing one on Brett Sullivan. Here it comes. There's a ball low. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Braves will be rolling into that series in Seattle. Fresh off at least 2 of 3 here in Denver. And with 2 more outs, the Braves will be going for a sweep tomorrow, leading 9-1 with 1 out in the 9th. 1-1 to Sullivan. Ground ball to second. Ozzy's got it. Shovels to second. Mateo cuts it loose. Double play. Braves win and another series victory for Atlanta. A double play ends the game, and this was a game where the Braves came out, rolled up their sleeves, put up their dukes, and started landing punches against the Rockies. I mean, this was a first-round knockout. Braves scoring early and often, and they drilled the Rockies tonight to the tune of 9-1. For the Rockies in the 9th, no runs, 1 hit. No errors and none left. Final score, Braves 9, Rockies 1. Back with the totals after this.
Hey, Braves fans. Spring and warm weather are officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow Exterminators protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Atlanta Braves, so you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Strike 3. Good calls. They're great in baseball games, and they're even better when you need a law firm. If you've been in an auto accident and need legal representation, do yourself a favor and get the best call there is. I'm attorney Ken Nugent. My team will fight for you and stick with you from start to finish, working hard to get your money quick. Give our team a call. 404-CALL-KEN. One call, that's all. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
NFS Fusion PC Attorneys at Law, 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Atlanta Braves and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey, Braves fans, Buck Ballou here reminding you to get your sports fix the easy way. Tell your smart speaker to play 680 The Fan.
Braves dominate the Rockies tonight, 9-1 the final score. So the Braves are now 10-0-1 with 1 split in 11 series played this year. Just amazing. They've gotten this deep into the season without losing a single series. The Home Depot is proud to present today's player of the game. Nick, you got your work cut out for you in this one. You got Baldwin, you got Dubon's catch, you got Chris Sale. Mateo had a nice night. Who's your player of the game tonight?
All right, so it's going to be Golden Tempo. Chris Sale. See, the scouting report is he can adapt mid-race. Chris Sale did just that in that 5th inning. He punched out 7 of the last 9 he faced. So give Chris Sale the Home Depot player of the game.
That's clever work by you.
I had the scouting report down.
I like that. Yeah, Chris Sale, your player of the game, built by the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Well done, Nick. Here are the totals for the Braves: 9 runs, 12 hits, no errors, 5 men left on base. Braves with 3 homers tonight. Baldwin, 2-run homer. Austin Riley, 2-run homer. Olsen, solo homer. For the Rockies, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error, 5 men left on base. They did not homer. Winning pitcher Chris Sale, now 6-1 with a 2.14 ERA. The first time he's ever won a game in this ballpark. Brennan Bernardino takes the loss. He's now 2-1 with a 2.03 ERA. No save of the game. Braves improved to 24-10 with this win, and the Rockies fall to 14-20 with the loss. Time of the game, 2 hours, 33 minutes. In front of a Saturday night crowd of 38,569. Reminder, the Braves hit 3 home runs tonight, so that means you'll score $100 off a set of Goodyear or Cooper tires Monday only, plus a free alignment and a free oil change with your tire purchase. That's a great deal, and you're getting it from one place, Tire Discounters. Learn more about the Braves and Tire Discounters round-tripper promotion at tirediscounters.com/Braves. Going for a sweep tomorrow? Tell you about that when we come back and close on the Braves Radio Network.
A simple act of generosity changed everything. A journey from alone and abandoned to one of the most successful businessmen in Georgia history. Here's Rick Jackson.
I spent Christmas Eve alone in a children's home. When I woke up, a Good Samaritan had left me $100.
Rick Jackson knows what it's like to go without. That's why he'll fight career politicians who talk about cutting income taxes and property taxes, but never deliver.
Unlike career politicians, I know how some extra money can change everything. That's why I'll freeze your property taxes and slash the income tax in half.
Conservative businessman Rick Jackson will deliver the Georgia results that failed career politicians never will.
I'll get you a boatload of your money back, or I won't run again. It's as simple as that.
The conservative outsider who will deliver real tax relief. Rick Jackson for governor. Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Spring is back in Braves country, which means it's time to get your yard ready for the season ahead. Cookouts, backyard catch, friends and family together, your lawn is the backdrop to it all. So this season, get your lawn ready with Pennington and keep it strong all year long. As a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew, Pennington is all about thick, durable grass, built for life's big and small moments. Pennington grass seed, available at the Home Depot.
Napa has the parts and the expertise to help your business stay ahead of the game. That's why Napa is a proud partner of the 2026 Atlanta Braves. 2 legends driven to win from the field to the open road. While Napa is powering fleets and garages across the country, the Braves are delivering pennants, MVPs, and championships. So no matter the size of your business, Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed.
Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is lit by the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Bring the heat.
Jeff Francoeur only appears on one radio station in Atlanta. Get the latest on the Braves and the biggest MLB headlines every Monday morning at 9 on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
All right, good day as the Braves win it 9-1 here over the Rockies. Not only that, but Nick Green won the Kentucky Derby pool. So he got him some greenbacks to go home with. Final game of this series tomorrow, Braves and the Rockies here at Coors Field in Denver. Braves looking for a sweep. Day baseball, Braves Radio Network coverage will begin at 1:55 Eastern with a Ford leadoff show. And then Nick Green and I have the first pitch tomorrow at 3:10 Eastern, 2:10 Central. And 1:10 here locally in Denver. We're expecting Spencer Strider to make his season debut. That'll be announced coming up in a moment on the Hyundai postgame show. We know that Kyle Freeland, the left-hander, will go for the Rockies. He's 1-2 with a 3.48 ERA. Great job as always by the fellas back in studio in Atlanta. That's Joe Virgin and Lucas Kochevar. Also for Nick Green and our producer-engineer here with us in Denver, Jonathan Chadwick. I'm Ben Ingram saying so long and good evening from Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. All Braves tonight. Final score, Braves 9, Rockies 1. Stay tuned for the Hyundai postgame show. That starts right now with Barrett Sallee.
Thank you very much, Ben. Let's get to our Xfinity play of the game, and it came courtesy of the bat of Drake Baldwin, his 2-run home run in the top of the first, his 8th of the season. It made it 2-0, and it proved to be all that the Braves needed to get the win. Get Wi-Fi that brings the heat. Xfinity gives you Wi-Fi so reliable, it never gets caught. With Xfinity, you can get one price for the next 5 years and get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity. Imagine that. Totals, highlights, sound from the clubhouse. Coming up after the break, you're listening to the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to Atlanta Braves Baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce. This broadcast of Atlanta Braves Baseball is a presentation of the Atlanta Braves and Dickey Broadcasting Company, Atlanta. Any use of the accounts, descriptions, and audio of today's game without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball Club and Dickey Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. Don't move, because the Hyundai Postgame Show is up next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network. Lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
Jeff Francoeur here to talk with you about your car insurance. You gotta have it, so you might as well work with a company that invests your dollars right back into your community. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance supports grassroots efforts that strengthen rural communities and protect farms and products growing here in Georgia. You can rely on them for quality insurance coverage and to help protect our access to local food. Get a quote at gfbinsurance.com, Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance.
A Braves game day is about great fans and great food. And the original Louisiana hot sauce makes everything you eat at the ballpark hit like a home run in your mouth. Our peppery kick and a pinch of tang bring out the best in whatever you're eating between innings. Wings, dogs, nachos, chicken tenders. A splash of Bayou flavor brings every bite up a notch. So while the Braves go for the win on game day, you can win at game day eating with the original Louisiana hot sauce. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some.
Hey, Braves Country, it's Tom Glavine, and when my ride needs a wash, I trust the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves, Tidal Wave Auto Spa. With hundreds of convenient locations, all-star customer service, and cutting-edge equipment that gets my ride sparkling clean in just 3 minutes, Tidal Wave is a game-changer. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com to find a location near you.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Roto-Rooter. It's the top of the ninth, and wait a minute, there's a flood in the dugout.
Who tried to fix the pipes with chewing gum and hope? Call Roto-Rooter Stat. Our phone only calls the bullpen. Bring in the closer. Time to shut down that leak. Get out of this jam.
And boom! The pros from Roto-Rooter saved the game.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Digging, grading, tilling, and mowing. All in a day's work with the Yanmar, the tractor that works as hard as you do. Discover new possibilities at YanmarTractor.com.
Real Braves fans know a reliable outfield is key to winning games. Braves fans also know that when it comes to buying their next new vehicle, they can always rely on Landmark Auto Group. With Georgia's best deals on new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, and 3 convenient locations in Morrow, Atlanta, and Athens, you're never too far from a Landmark store. Or shop us online at shoplandmarkcars.com. Landmark Auto Group, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Always the best deal, always. What up, Braves fans? Joe Button here to talk to you about my favorite part of the game, PrizePicks. Swing into action this baseball season with PrizePicks, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. PrizePicks started in the A, so you know we had to show love to the home team. Plus, it's the best app for making all your sports picks.
Download the PrizePicks app today and use code BRAVES and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code BRAVES on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. PrizePicks.
Must be present in certain states. Visit PrizePicks.com for restrictions and details.
When it comes to shipping, Saia Freight and Logistics delivers a grand slam. As the exclusive freight and logistics partner of the Atlanta Braves, Saia provides comprehensive nationwide service focused on customer satisfaction. For over a century, Saia has delivered the smart solutions and reliable shipping businesses both big and small depend on. When service is everything, it's a yes. Step up to the plate with Saia. Visit Saia.com. That's SAIA.com.
Want to make Mom the top banana at Truist Park next Sunday? A 4-pack of front row tickets could be yours. Enter now to win the baseball experience of a lifetime at 680thefan.com.
Another ball game is in the books, and we've got it all covered. This is the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Braves Radio Network. All the highlights, news, and audio from today's game is on the way. All driven by your local Hyundai dealer. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Visit buyhyundai.com.
And Acuna strikes one high in the air. Deep left field. Back it flies. That's going to kiss the sky and fly away.
Now live from the Battery Atlanta at Truist Park. It's time for the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Welcome into the Truist Studios right here in the Battery Atlanta. Barrett Sallee recapping Game 2 against the Colorado Rockies. Braves all over the Rockies. 2 runs in the first, 1 run in the second. They top Colorado 9-1 on 12 hits. And of course, a great performance from Chris Sale, picking up his 6th win of the season. Let's get to the highlights, and there were a lot of them for the Braves, and a lot of them early. Top of the first, after Ronald Acuna Jr. singles off of Brennan Bernardino to open the game, Drake Baldwin stands in looking to get things started with a bang.
0-1 pitch, hit well to deep left field, got some carry to it, back to the wall, that is out of here. Home run by Drake Baldwin, a high and mighty blast to left, and it's 2-0 Braves in the top of the first.
384 feet and 101 off the bat of Drake for his 8th home run of the season. Top of the second, 2-0 Braves after Ronald Acuna Jr. was removed from the game with left hamstring tightness. Drake Baldwin stands in looking to add on with Jorge Mateo on third.
2-2 pounded through the left side, base hit by Baldwin, 3-0 Braves. Drake has driven in all 3 Braves runs with his 2-run homer in the first and his 2-out single here in the second. Mateo scores, 3-0 Atlanta.
Bottom of the third, runner on first, 1 down. Ezekiel Tovar at the plate against Chris Sale, and Mauricio Dubon flashes some leather.
Sale's 1-2. And he drives one out towards center field, drifting back Dubon, sprinting back to the wall. He's got it, and then bangs into the wall. He holds on. Long throw back to first base is not in time, but that's an amazing catch by Dubon. Absolutely rattled his head on the wall and held on. What a catch by Mauricio. I mean, fearlessly into the wall. He's got to make sure he's got all his teeth after that.
He had all his teeth, but he didn't have all of his eye black. There was actually an impression of eye black on the fence in Colorado. Later in the inning, Kyle Karros on first with 2 down. Jordan Beck at the plate looking to get the Rockies on the board.
Little line one down the left field line over a leaping Austin Riley. That's a fair ball all the way into the corner. Around second, heading for third, Karros. They will send him to the plate. Braves at the cutoff man. Mateo guns to the plate. Tag down and not in time. Boy, I don't know about that. What a relay as Mateo fired it in from about 30 feet down the left field line and looked like it was right on the money. Walt Weiss holds his hand up, and this will not be reviewed. Boy, I thought they had him. It's a 3-1 game.
Eli White replaced Ronald Acuna Jr. when Acuna left the game. His first at-bat comes with runners on the corners and 1 down in the top of the fourth.
1-0 bunted up the first base line, charging in Rumfield. Comes to the plate, loses the ball, everybody's safe. Riley scores, 4-1 Braves. Perfectly executed by Eli White. Rumfield darted in down the first base line, and when he went to draw back and throw, the ball just slipped right out of his fingers. Didn't have a play. Well done by Eli.
There is nothing like a perfectly executed bunt. Drake Baldwin, he's next at the dish, and he does more Drake Baldwin things.
Runners at first and second, 1 down for Drake Baldwin. And Drake wrecks it out to right field. Johnson going back over his head. Misplayed it. Coming around third base and looking to score now is Mateo. He comes in and scores easily. And it's 2 bases for Drake Baldwin, who rakes in another RBI. And it's 5-1 Braves in the fourth.
Drake had 4 RBI in the first 4 innings of the game tonight. Let's keep him rolling. Ozzie Albies, he's next at the plate with 1 down and a chance to add on another one.
0-1 to Ozzie. In the air to deep left. That's going back. Back towards the corner at the wall. Makes the catch on the warning track. Tagging from third and in to score Eli White. And the Braves have another run. It's now 6-1 Braves in the fourth inning.
Top of the fifth after Michael Harris II leadoff double. Austin Riley stands in against Chase Dolander looking for more.
Olander set right at the letters. Strides and deals. 2-1 unloaded on. Deep to left field, a no-doubter into the bleachers. Austin Riley just killed that thing, and it was on the move quickly over the wall. A 2-run homer by Austin, and it is 8-1 Braves in the fifth.
438 feet for Riley. It was 106 miles per hour off the bat. Chris Sale, he was on an extra day's rest, and he was stellar yet again. He went 7 innings, only gave up 2 hits, 1 earned run, walked 3, and had these season-high 11 strikeouts.
Sale cuts it loose, and he's got his man swinging and missing at a fastball. 1-2, a lunge and a miss at strike 3. That slider just disappeared on Castro, and he's the second strikeout of the game. 0-2 to Doyle. Have a seat. Swung on and missed over the top of a slider. 2-2, got him swinging. Boy, that slider was darting in towards his leg, and he still pulled the trigger and missed it. And there's strikeout number 4 for Sale. Sale's 0-2. And he goes down looking, just locked him up with a slider. Knee-buckling slider, and Beck couldn't believe it. Cuts loose the 2-2. Zapped him. Fastball 98, swung on and missed, and Chris Sale solves the puzzle there in the 5th inning. 1-2 pitch, check swing, he definitely went. That frisbee slider buckled his knees. That's $1 million pitch by Chris. 0-2 to Goodman, and he's toast. 3 straight changeups, and that solves Goodman. 4 straight strikeouts for Sale. 3-2, struck him out. Put him on a tilt-a-whirl with that slider. Just spun him all the way around. 1-2, swung on, missed, strike 3. There's 10 strikeouts for Chris Sale. Ahead 0-2. Here it comes. Down he goes. He just bit the dust on that slider. Strikeout number 11 for Chris Sale, who turned in 7 brilliant innings tonight here in Colorado.
Top of the 9th, nobody on, 2 down. Matt Olson at the dish, facing Tanner Gordon with eyes on the International Space Station.
Here's the 3-2 pitch, and that is pulled with power a mile high to deep right field, way off into Earth's atmosphere, and a home run by Olson. What a magnificent blow that was to deep right. And he hits home run number 299 in his career. And it's 9-1 Braves on his 11th home run of the year.
It was a big one, too. 414 feet off the bat of Olson. Bottom of the 9th, 9-1 Braves. Hunter Stratton on to finish things off. 1 on, 1 down. Brett Sullivan at the plate with Willie Castro on first.
1-1 to Sullivan. Ground ball to second. Ozzy's got it. Shovels to second. Mateo cuts it loose. Double play. Braves win on another series victory for Atlanta. A double play ends the game, and this was a game where the Braves came out, rolled up their sleeves, put up their dukes, and started landing punches against the Rockies. I mean, this was a first-round knockout. Braves scoring early and often, and they drilled the Rockies tonight to the tune of 9-1. For the Rockies in the 9th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left. Final score, Braves 9, Rockies 1.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Totals for the game for the Braves, 9 runs, 12 hits, no errors. For the Rockies, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error. Chris Sale gets the win. He's 6-1 on the season. Brendan Bernardino, the loss. He's 2-1. Fans, there's never been a better time to test drive the Hyundai that you've always wanted. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. We'll take a break. When we come back, you'll hear sound from the clubhouse. We'll also have an injury report. This is the Hyundai postgame show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs, pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation with the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you with personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute, built to beat cancer.
Hey, Braves fans! SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the A, meaning SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the official ticket marketplace of.
That ball was crushed.
And
Did you see that?
whether you're buying or selling tickets to Braves games or to any other live event across Braves country, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of every home team win. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of
Let's go Braves!
Braves fans, when you listen to the game, you know there's more happening than what shows up on the box score. The same is true after a truck crash. These cases aren't like car accidents. Different rules, different playbook. I'm attorney John Foy, the strong arm. I know how trucking companies move fast to protect themselves and what they hope you never find out. If you've been hit by a big truck, you need someone who's ready to step up and swing for the fences. Make the right call. Attorney John Foy and Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is lit by the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Bring the heat.
Life is a circle. At Emory Healthcare, this circle contains the first breakthroughs that bend fear toward hope. Echoes that become second chances. Love regained, tomorrow reclaimed. Emory is driven by firsts because second chances matter to keep life's circle moving forward. Emory Healthcare, the front line of care, the forefront of discovery. Visit emoryhealthcare.org/discover.
Racetrack knows ATL moves fast. You can feel it, especially on Braves game days. So make a stop that counts. All beef hot dogs, Swirl World frozen yogurt with endless toppings, a freeze blast to cool off. All your faves whenever you need them. The Braves bring the energy. Racetrack keeps it going. Racetrack, proud hometown partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Attention Braves fans, we have a major announcement. Tire Discounters is back as the tire retailer partner of the Braves. Here's their Stasi jingle. Sorry to interrupt, but all of us at Tire Discounters are really excited because if the Braves hit a home run, we're giving all the fans a great deal. Cash off on select tires and free alignment. And a free oil change. Okay, roll it. See store for details.
When the Braves aren't playing on a weeknight, join the Buck Belue Show with me, Kelly Kroll, from 6 to 8 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and The Fan app.
You're locked into the Hyundai postgame show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Welcome back. It is the Truist Studios here in the Battery. Atlanta Braves all over the Rockies early and often. 9-1 winners are they tonight in Denver. Braves 5 for 12 with runners in scoring position. They left 5 on base. And meanwhile, the pitching for Chris Sale was phenomenal. Rockies only 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Let's get an injury update, and a lot of eyes on Ronald Acuna Jr. as he was pulled from the game in the top of the second after coming up hobbled on a ground ball to first. Walt Weiss just said post-game that he will have an MRI on that left leg. They'll know more when that result comes in. In fact, here is Walt Weiss's entire press conference.
Well, I mean, Chris Sale's pretty excited to sign him regardless, but he gets to take to a lead like that. Does that kind of free him up just to go after guys?
Yeah, he's the same no matter where we are or what the score is. I always feel really good when he's on the mound. So another great performance by Chris. Offense did a nice job. Good to see Riley hit a homer. Baldy had another great game. Just a well-played game, but it all starts on the mound with Chris Sale.
What's the latest on Ronnie?
Yeah, we're getting an MRI. It didn't look great, him coming off the field there, but I'm hoping maybe it's some cramping and that type of thing. But, yeah, we're getting an MRI, so that's never good when we get an MRI.
So you won't really know anything probably till tonight, tomorrow?
Yeah, either late tonight or early in the morning. Yeah.
A lot of Chris's strikeouts are swinging this. What did you like most about his stuff?
Yeah, the same thing he's been doing his whole life. Basically, is just the slider disappears. He was up around 100 pitches. He's still touching 98. He's a freak. He really is. He's just really, really special. And I talk about him. He's a Hall of Famer, and those guys are just different. And So yeah, that's what he's been doing pretty much his whole major league career. I mean, he can go get upper 90s whenever he wants to. He's got like I said, the disappearing slider. His changeup was really good tonight. He threw more changeups than usual, and the changeup was a good pitch for him tonight.
You mentioned that, he's the same wherever you are, whatever's going on. The last 4 games, he's been incredibly consistent, it seems like. Can you talk about that span and tonight?
Yeah, no, he's there's not a lot of true aces in the game. Like a true ace. He's one of them. And it's always a great day when he's on the mound for us. So far this year, he's taken the mound in some rubber matches after, the 1-1 in the series, and we feel like we're going to win this series now when he's on the mound. We just feel like he's going to win. We're going to win the game whenever he's on the mound. He's just really special.
Maybe the first bit of adversity for you guys. I mean, Ronnie starting to come around, and now he's dealt with it for the last few years,
Yeah, we'll see the severity of it. Unlike the way it looked. And Ronnie's starting to swing the bat, so we'll see what happens. But, hopefully if he is out, it'll be short term.
And just have to mix Eli and Doobie and some of these other guys in there. And
we've got the versatility. We've been doing it all year where you see Dubon, and the play he made in center field is just amazing. I mean, he's really something else. I mean, he gives you Gold Glove defense all over the field. I mean, there's a really short list of guys. He might be the only one on that list. But you got Dubon, Mateo. He's played outfield before. We're very versatile, but you never like to be challenged like this. But when you lose, if it happens, you're one of your best players and most talented players. So we'll be okay. But we'll have some moving parts.
I feel like Michael Squad's sort of holding pat where it is.
Yeah. It hasn't gotten any worse. That's been good. You saw him. He's running under control on the bases, and he's handled it really well. And like I said, we're going to pick our spots, give him days off, and DH here and there. So far so good.
There's Braves manager Walt Weiss. A couple of injuries he reported in there. And unfortunately, injuries are part of the game, and sometimes life throws one your way too. Getting the help you need shouldn't be complicated. When you or someone you care about gets hit with an injury, there's only one call to make: Attorney Ken Nugent and his team. With $5 billion and counting recovered for Braves fans across Georgia, Ken and his team are ready to help. Visit callken.com. That's callken.com. One call. That's all. You'll hear from starting pitcher Chris Sale coming up on the other side of the break. This is the Hyundai postgame show on the Atlanta Braves radio network.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Now, get the Hyundai Tucson for 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days. Visit your local Hyundai dealer. Offers end June 1st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber. Connected to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Attention Braves fans. Ever wanted to win a Yanmar ZTR or a Yanmar limited edition SA223 tractor? Well, here's your chance. It's the Yanmar Strike Out the Side inning. During the 8th inning of every Braves game, one lucky fan will be selected for a chance to win a Yanmar ZTR if the Braves pitcher strikes out the side. Plus, at the end of the season, you could win the grand prize, a Yanmar limited edition SA223 tractor. Register now at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win the Yanmar Strike Out the Side inning, where the excitement never stops.
All value games at Truist Park get you $15 tickets, $10 parking, food and beverage offers, and more. Learn more at Braves.com/value.
This is Kevin Swanson, business manager of IBEW 613.
There's a reason why over 5,500 electricians currently choose IBEW Local 613, and why we build Atlanta's most important projects, including Truist Park. Talk to our electricians, look at our work, look at our working agreement. The only thing you will lose by not looking are wages, benefits, and time. Nothing to lose by taking a look. Go to IBEW613.org.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. The A in Chick-fil-A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Atlanta area Chick-fil-A restaurants are teaming up with the Atlanta Braves Foundation on the Home Plate Project to help fight food insecurity for families in need. Show your support by visiting braves.com/homeplate to learn more about food distributions in your area.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Do you have an empty screen doing nothing at home or at work? Watch our live in-studio camera, chat with other fans, or check out the best archive clips by searching 680 The Fan on YouTube.
This is the Hyundai Postgame Show, presented by your local Hyundai dealer. Visit buyhyundai.com. Now more postgame coverage on the Braves Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Truist Studios. Barrett Salih here recapping the 9-1 win over the Colorado Rockies. Braves now 10-0-1 in series this season. Chris Sale, absolutely on point yet again. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, and a season-high 11 strikeouts. Here is Sale after the game.
I mean, Chris, I know you're a perfectionist, but obviously he's doing 7 innings of really quality work. I mean, does the altitude impact your pitch mix much?
Not really noticed. I mean, I feel like, as long as we're all dealing with the same circumstances, you still got to go out there and just compete. I know, people say a lot of stuff about the altitude and this, that, and the other, but at the end of the day, you still got to go out there and find a way. So that was just really my mentality, was just go compete.
At one inning, you walked a couple, but got out of it with a strikeout. Like a crowd or maybe some sort of pace after that 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Was a lot of emotion, energy there coming off it?
Yeah, just honestly, mostly just frustration. Just kind of, I just feel like in a few starts this year, it just seems like it just kind of gets away from me for 10, 12 pitches. I feel like there's been a few back-to-back walks or just kind of just rough, like weird innings like that. So it's frustrating to kind of feel like I'm in a groove and then just kind of get derailed a little bit. But again, I just, Baldy comes out, kind of just, hey man, let's get back on track and, just trying to get back into that groove.
So after those walks, you, I think, struck out 7 of the final 9 batters you faced. You feel like you were getting stronger as the last innings went?
I just feel like my focus was raised, especially after that inning where it just kind of got away from me a little bit. I really just kind of focused on, getting back into my mechanics and just really just pouring in strikes. The offense, kind of blew this game open. So, and this isn't the place to get lackadaisical. 1 or 2 runs in other places turn into 3 or 4 runs here. So, they did a hell of a job. I mean, I didn't even throw a pitch tonight, and I was, we had a 2-0 lead. So, again, you want to do right by them. These guys work hard to get runs on the board, and it's my job to kind of shut down innings and keep the train moving.
You mentioned in your last start it was kind of an extension portion of the fastball that got you back in your mechanics. Was it something similar tonight, or anything Drake called specifically that felt like got you back in your rhythm?
I think it was just kind of just letting it go a little bit. Really just not trying to get too cute, and again, just getting back to competing, and that was something that I just really tried to focus on throughout the rest of that game.
To go back to, you mentioned Drake coming out there to kind of chat with you. How far has he come in terms of working with you just since he came up last year? In terms of...
Yeah, I mean, I think it's tough to find enough good things to say about him, honestly. His poise, his demeanor,
his character, and then, I mean, that's all before you talk about what he's doing on the baseball field. Again, this is the toughest league around. So, for him to be in the position he's in, especially as a catcher, catcher's, kind of navigating a lot of different people, everyone in the bullpen, 5 starters, and the way he's been swinging the bat, it's been fun to watch.
What was your reaction when you saw Mauricio Dubon make that play?
I don't think I can say it here, but I think he left eye black on the wall, which, again, I mean, you just got to appreciate that kind of stuff. And, from my end, I'm a starting pitcher. I get, a pitch once a week, basically, or once every 5 days or 6 days, whenever it is. So when you see guys going and, putting it on the line like that, I mean, you have to respect that. And again, it just fires me up to know, like, all right, if these guys are laying it out here every single day, on my day, I better go out there and show up.
I think you got over 100 pitches each of the last 3 starts, and you half mentioned you made some adjustments to your offseason, trying to throw a little more. Do you feel like you've done some positive reap rewards for that, I suppose?
Yes. I just think that not so much intensity, but volume is something I just focused on. I was just making more throws, and making more throws on a daily basis even now. Luckily the way the schedule's been, we've had an extra day, so it's a little bit easier to get extended and, go out there and throw over 100 pitches or 7 innings or whatever it is. And again, that's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do. That's what I'm here to do, and that's what I get paid to do. So I take pride in being able to fill in as many innings as I can. And again, as hard as our bullpen works, I mean, man, they've done an unbelievable job. So anytime you can, take an inning or 2 away from those guys, it helps a lot.
That was Brave starting pitcher Chris Sale. We'll take a break. When we come back, we will give you the pitching matchup for Game 3 up there in Colorado. This is the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Napa has the parts and the expertise to help your business stay ahead of the game. That's why Napa is a proud partner of the 2026 Atlanta Braves. 2 legends driven to win from the field to the open road. While Napa is powering fleets and garages across the country, the Braves are delivering pennants, MVPs, and championships. So no matter the size of your business, Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed.
Now is the time to shop for upgrades that transform your yard during spring backyard days at the Home Depot. Turn an empty corner into a hangout with the Hampton Bay Brook Mill 4-piece patio set. Then brighten your garden with lilacs or begonias and help them thrive with Vigoro potting soil. It's the finishing touches that really bring your space together with low prices guaranteed. Shop spring backyard days for 7 days at the Home Depot now through May 6th. Exclusions apply. See HomeDepot.com/price match for details.
Everyone has a horizon, the line you can't see past. Before it, the familiar. Beyond it, the unknown. Enter the Lexus GX. It's designed to be capable. It's designed to be luxurious. But most of all, it's designed to get you past your horizon. And the nice thing about horizons is that once they're crossed, there's always another, patiently waiting its turn. Live up to it. The Lexus GX. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is lit by the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Bring the heat.
Strike 3. Good calls. They're great in baseball games, and they're even better when you need a law firm. If you've been in an auto accident and need legal representation, do yourself a favor and get the best call there is. I'm attorney Ken Nugent. My team will fight for you and stick with you from start to finish, working hard to get your money quick. Give our team a call. 404-CALL-KEN. One call, that's all. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Kenneth S. Nugent, PC, Attorneys at Law, 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
Hey Braves fans, make sure you're hitting on all cylinders this season. Stop by Valvoline Instant Oil Change for home run service. Just slide on in, no appointment necessary. You'll get a winning oil change in about 15 minutes so you can get cruising on I-75 in time to root for your Braves. So whether you're heading to Truist Park or back to home base, trust the team at Valvoline Instant Oil Change to get you there. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey, this is Jaron Solomon from Solomon Brothers Jewelers. People ask me all the time, what does it mean to be the preferred jeweler of the Atlanta Braves? and it means a lot to the Solomon family. I'm born and raised here in Atlanta, Georgia, and more importantly, I'm a Southeast kid, and the Atlanta Braves have meant everything to me growing up. They're a fabric of their community. We believe we're a fabric of this community, and being associated with the Atlanta Braves has truly been an honor, and we really appreciate it. Go Braves.
Want to make Mom the top banana at Truist Park next Sunday? A 4-pack of front row tickets could be yours. Enter now to win the baseball experience of a lifetime at 680thefan.com.
Now back to the Hyundai postgame show on the Braves Radio Network.
Wrapping things up here from the Truist Studios in the Battery, Atlanta. Barrett Sallee recapping Game 2, the 9-1 win over the Colorado Rockies. They'll go for the sweep tomorrow. Veteran Kyle Freeland going for the Rockies. He's 1-2, has a 3.48 ERA, 5 walks, 17 strikeouts. Opponents batting .231 against him. It'll be the season debut of Spencer Strider coming off that oblique injury. The minors so far this year, 0-1, a 1.42 ERA, 5 walks, 18 strikeouts. Opponents are batting .140 against him. And if you're worried about velo, he was around 97 in most outings. He did touch 98 a couple times as well. Ford leadoff show coming your way, 1:55 Eastern, first pitch between the Braves and the Rockies from Coors Field, 3:10 Eastern time. For all of us here at the Braves Radio Network, and that includes Andrew Mason out in Colorado, Lucas Kochevar and Joe Virgin behind the glass, I'm Barrett Sallee. Again, your final from Coors, Braves 9, Rockies 1.
Thanks for listening to the Hyundai Postgame Show. Driven by your local Hyundai dealer, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. This broadcast of Atlanta Braves baseball is an exclusive presentation of the Atlanta Braves, Dickey Broadcasting Company, and Major League Baseball. Any use of the accounts, descriptions, and audio of today's game without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball Club and Dickey Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. On behalf of everyone at the Braves Radio Network, we thank you for supporting Atlanta Braves baseball right here on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network. Thanks for joining us for Atlanta Braves baseball on your one and only home of the Braves, the Fan. Don't move, Braves country, because we're all over today's game on the Braves Wrap-Up Show, which comes your way next. We're taking your calls at 404-231-1680. So jump on the line now as we start the Braves Wrap-Up Show, only on the home of the Braves, the Fan. The Fan is Atlanta's only home for baseball. And when the network signs off for the night, we keep the baseball talk rolling. This is the 680 Wrap-Up Show, driven by Jim Ellis Cadillac, where you can always expect the best. Find your next car, truck, or SUV at JimEllisCadillac.com. Talk Atlanta baseball right now at 404-231-1680. The 680 Wrap-Up Show, driven by Jim Ellis Cadillac, on Atlanta's only home for baseball, The Fan, and the 680 The Fan app.
Welcome into the 680 The Fan Studios right here in the Battery, Atlanta. Barrett Sallee here, recapping everything that went on this Saturday night in Denver. If you want to give us a call, 404-231-1680. Of course, we are brought to you by Jim Ellis Cadillac, where you can always expect the best. Find your next car, truck, or SUV at JimEllisCadillac.com. It was a day for Chris Sale. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 3 walks, and a season-high 11 strikeouts. Get this. Chris Sale struck out 7 of the last 9 batters he faced. We'll make that our Wellstar Wellstat of the day. From managing chronic conditions to staying on top of screenings, the experts at Wellstar will partner with you to help you feel your best. Together, we'll create a personalized game plan to help keep you healthy. Visit Wellstar.org today. Wellstar, more than healthcare, people care. Like I said, Chris Sale went 7, but then the bullpen took over. And again, the bullpen has been on point this season. Dylan Lee, 1 inning of perfect baseball. And then Hunter Stratton, just up from a AAA, goes the 9th inning, gives up 1 hit and strikes out 1. Let's go to give the bullpen spotlight to Dylan Lee, the new daddy. 1 inning of perfect baseball in the 8th. Georgia Banking Company, your hometown bank of choice. Drake Baldwin continues to do Drake Baldwin things. 3 for 4 a double, a home run, 4 RBI. All 4 of those RBI came in the first 4 innings, and the 2-run home run came in the second at-bat of the game. Ronald Acuna single, Drake Baldwin 2-run bomb, and that was really all that the Braves needed. Here is the Braves catcher / designated hitter.
What was it like to hit a home run with somebody on base?
It was pretty cool. I didn't know what it was like. Didn't know if I'd ever get there, but it was nice to give Ronnie a high five at home.
What else can you say about Chris, man? Just every time out, it seems like he continues to get stronger with age, by inning, every single outing.
It's impressive. I mean, you just see the preparation he puts in before the game, and you can see how he goes out there and performs, start in and start out. So, I mean, he's been awesome to catch, and he just goes out there and just kind of delivers.
He walked 2 batters that 1 inning, but got out of it with that 98-mile-an-hour heater, and then made quite the face toward the home plate. I mean, what was your reaction to that? It was a little scary from our end.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of in his nature. I've seen it a ton of times now. If he throws a pitch he doesn't like or walks a guy he doesn't think he should have walked, and he turns it up a notch for sure. And I can't imagine being a batter when he does that, because he's throwing hard, and his fastball just adds a couple mile an hour and everything, and he just really locks it in. So yeah, when he gets in that mode, it's tough.
How about Ronnie? That's tough to see him go out hoping for the best, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard anything of what really happened, but I mean, you know the player he is, and you know what's happened in the past, so we're all just hoping for the best, because that would be a really tough person on the team to lose.
Chris has given you some credit these last couple of times out for, when he does have those control lapses and kind of getting them back locked in. What's your goal as a catcher when you see any pitcher, Chris or somebody else, kind of struggle with their mechanics or fall out of rhythm?
Yeah, I mean, I think he knows what he's doing. I think, like, maybe a mound visit or something like that. I mean, I don't have too much to say out there. He knows what he's doing, but just kind of getting him to reset. And then he goes out there and it's just about attacking the hitter. It's attacking the strike zone with his stuff. He has really good stuff. So when he's in the zone or around the zone, normally there's good results there, no matter what the pitch is.
I'm sure you're conscious of your being a triple shy.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. So not too many triples in my career. I guess I had 2 of them, but it's just definitely the park to do it, but didn't get an opportunity, obviously. I was running to third if I did, though.
Honesty is the key to everything in life. That was Braves catcher Drake Baldwin. He hit 1 of 3 home runs tonight, which is good for you fans, because Tire Discounters is where their round trip or home run promotion saves you on sets of tires. The Braves hit 3 home runs today, so Monday you can claim a coupon to save $100 off a set of Goodyear or Cooper tires, plus a free alignment and a free oil change. Visit TireDiscounters.com/Braves to get your coupon. Second game in Denver, another win for the Braves. They're now 10-0-1 in series this year. Second game, that means it's the second chance of the day, and it's brought to you by A Second Chance Bail Bonds. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. A Second Chance is available 24/7 at 404 Bailout or online at atlbail.com. You heard Drake mention it. You've heard Walt Weiss talk about it, and I think all of Major League Baseball will be talking about Ronald Acuna Jr. If you did not see it, he pulled up lame running to first base in the second inning, and he was grabbing his left hamstring, back of the knee area. He will have an MRI. Walt Weiss said you will know the reports or the results of those MRI, that MRI either tonight or tomorrow morning. It didn't sound very good. It sounded like Walt was sort of preparing for life without Ronnie, at least in the short term. Hopefully it is only a short-term injury. The injury update's brought to you by attorney Ken Nugent. Injuries on the field can absolutely complicate a season and your life. Whether on the field or on the road, experience matters when faced with an injury. Getting the help you need shouldn't be complicated. If you or someone you care about is faced with an injury, there's only one call to make. Attorney Ken Nugent and his team, with $5 billion and counting recovered for Braves fans Across Georgia, Ken and his team are ready to help. Visit callken.com. That's callken.com. One call, that's all. 404-231-1680 if you want to get in touch with us. Let's take a spin around the minors.
Now, let's take a quick look around the minors. Presented by Engineered Solutions of Georgia. Foundation issues, cracks in your bricks? Call 678-ESOG now.
All right, if you're a Gwinnett Stripers fan, cover your ears for just a second. The Stripers lost to the Charlotte Knights 21-1. 21-1. That's the bad news. The good news is Sean Murphy went 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. You heard Walt say a couple days ago he will join the team in Seattle. So one of his last games with the Stripers went just fine. Ha-Sung Kim, he was played in game 1 of a double dip for the Columbus Clingstones. In game 1, he went 1 for 1. He walked twice and scored a run. They lost 8-6 to Birmingham. He didn't play in game 2 in a 4-2 loss. Bowling Green topped Rome 4-3. Kannapolis, they topped the Augusta Green Jackets 3-2 in 11 innings. Good news for you, though, Braves fans. Chris Sale, he did pitch a scoreless 4th inning, and Tidal Wave Auto Spa is making Braves country clean car country yet again. The Braves did pitch that scoreless 4th, which means Tidal Wave will offer half off any monthly unlimited wash membership tomorrow. Learn more at TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves. Let's get the keys to tomorrow's game.
Now, the keys to tomorrow's game, driven by the Honest Car Guy. The new honest and transparent way to buy your next car. Save thousands at honestcarguy.com.
Which Spencer Strider are we going to see? Because the one we saw last year coming back from injury, he'd get his velocity up, and then about the 60 pitch mark, things would go south. You would see a significant drop off in velocity. Where is that velocity? What's sustainable? He did hit 98 this year, according to some reports and in some of the games. He topped out most of the time around 97. We know he can reach back and bring it if he wants to. Those are minor league games. The adrenaline's not pumping all that much. What's his max velo and how long can it last? And then sort of a secondary topic to that, how did he learn to pitch? How did he learn to use his off-speed stuff? Because last year he had to use a lot of it. Last year he pitched in a way that he really hasn't pitched in his entire life. So Spencer Strider, what does he look like? If he looks like the Spencer Strider of old, buckle up, fans. It's going to be quite the wild ride. Like I said, Spencer Strider, he'll get the start tomorrow in the minors so far in his rehab. He's 0 for 1. Don't worry about the record. He's had a 1.42 ERA, 5 walks, 18 strikeouts, and 0.87 whip. And opponents were batting 140 against him. Again, minor leaguers, don't know what you take from that. Take with it what you will. Whether you think it's a big deal, great. If you think it means nothing, that's fine too. If it's somewhere in between, which is kind of how I feel, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Kyle Freeland, the veteran, going for the Rockies. He's 1-2 as a 3.48 ERA, 5 walks, 17 strikeouts, a 1.11 whip. And opponents are batting 231 against him. If you're looking for, I'm sorry, Hawk Harrelson, a pick to click, there actually probably are quite a few. Ozzie is batting 458 against him. Doobie is batting 368. And Yaz, I assume he's going to be in the starting lineup, especially now that Ronald Acuna Jr. Pulled up lame today. Yaz is batting 375 against him. So a lot of Braves have had a lot of success against Kyle Freeland. Ford leadoff show across the Braves radio network, 155. First pitch between the Braves and Rockies, 3:10. Rocky Mountain High, a mile high at Coors Field in Denver. For all of us here at 680 The Fan, Andrew Mason out at Coors Field. Lucas Kochevar and Joe Virgin behind the glass. I'm Barrett Salee. Again, your final from Coors. Braves 9, Rockies 1.